All right.
Right. That ran on a little bit long, but okay.
Yeah, it's all right. It's a good song.
It is.
I could listen to that song all day. So,
Yeah. So, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Few Beers in a Shot.
yep, I'm Kyle.
This is Juan.
And today we're taking a trip to Boston
Mm-hmm.
with a little bit of Sam Adams.
Yes. We're drinking the season one, I believe.
No, it's just a remastered Boston Lager.
Oh, yeah. What do you know?
Yeah, it's not Oktoberfest. Even though Oktoberfest is over, so it'd probably be like,
Novemberfest.
no, it's like winter ale. Winter ale's this summer,
The
the winter
winter
one that
ale?
they bring out. Yeah, I used to buy their variety packs all the time
Yeah.
and drink those, but it's been a while since I've drank Sam Adams. My favorite one that they used to have, they don't make anymore.
Which one was that?
What was it? Sam 76 or Sam 75 or whatever it was.
Mm.
That one was really good, but they don't make that one no more.
Yeah.
But this is their flagship one that they brewed the first time in like 1984, and they were the first like major craft beer company,
Mm-hmm.
and now it has been remastered. So our tireless pursuit of perfection has led to the remastered Boston Lager, made easier drinking through decades of improvements. It's the beer you loved, remastered.
It's good.
So we will see.
I don't think I've tried this remastered one. I've had Boston Lager before.
Yeah, I've had the Boston Lager a lot, but this is new, so it's remastered.
Yeah.
And they actually have a beer specific to Boston. I think it's called Red Brick or
Mm.
Brick Red, one of the two. It's only available in Boston, and that one's really good. Um, I did go to the brewery a couple years ago.
Yeah. You want to talk about that for a little bit?
Well, we didn't really do too much. It's really weird because, like, it's not downtown, so you kind of have to like drive into the like residential area of Boston. And when you get there, it's like it's in an alley.
Kind
Like there's houses all around it, and you drive through an alley, and then there it is.
of like a speakeasy vibe.
Not even, dude. Just like a warehouse in the middle of a town. Like it basically just be like there's like houses up front, and there's no yards. It's
Yeah.
all just like it's just cement. Like they're all really close townhomes.
Yeah.
And then you go in the alley, and there's a warehouse and then a brewery in this alley, and that's where it's at. And
Wow.
you go in there, and it's just they weren't doing tours the day we were there. They just had every one of their beers on tap,
Mm.
and
That's
so we
good.
had Red Brick or Brick Red, whatever the hell it's called. That's only available there, and then just a couple of their other random ones. And then we took an Uber back home. I mean, it was really not that much to do. It literally just looked like a warehouse.
Can you imagine bringing somebody like if you're from there and you bring like somebody from out of town? It's like, yeah, let's go to this bar. You're walking on. You gonna kill me?
Yeah, well, that's how it looked, dude. Like you're just walking. Like as soon as the Uber pulled up to drop us off,
Yeah.
I get out and I look around. I'm like, this is a brewery. Like I
Yeah.
see people. I see in the people's like kitchens and everything in the alley and like their little backyards that were like the size of this table. Like that was the biggest patch of grass is like this big.
Wow.
Like everybody just played out in the street.
Damn.
And I'm like, oh, all right. And you see a sign, little sign, like their little logo is their sign. It's like Sam Adams Brewery. It's literally like this big. You're like, oh,
Sometimes less is more, man.
I guess so. But it was pretty cool. I mean, Boston itself was a pretty cool place to go to.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of historical things. We went to the cemetery where all the people from the Boston Massacre were buried.
Like the marathon one.
No, no, no,
Or
no, no. The Boston Massacre back in the 1700s.
okay. Well, because there was the Boston
Oh, I
Marathon
know.
too.
Yeah, the marathon bombing. No, that's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
Um, there was like people from the Declaration of Independence that were buried there, and like you can barely read their
Boston Tea Party
tombstones.
stuff and shit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And just walking around through there, went to Paul Revere's house. Went to
Was he
the
home?
yeah, he was home. Actually, no, he was out riding. He was out riding that day. He was riding, telling people about
The
one if by
redcoats are
land,
coming.
one if what is it? One if by land, two if by sea.
Yeah.
Um,
The redcoats are coming.
and then we went to a couple other places. Like we went to the oldest brewery, or not oldest brewery, the oldest bar there. We went to this really cool place called the Green Dragon,
Hmm.
which is a really cool place and really important in American history.
So why do you think they chose the name Sam Adams?
Well, because of Samuel Adams.
Yeah.
So it's one
Was he
thing.
from Boston?
Yeah,
Okay.
You don't do you need me to pull up information on Sam Adams?
No, I'm just not very well versed on the history of the
Well,
beer.
Sam Adams is a real guy.
I know he was. Not like the Samuel L. Adams beer
Yeah.
from the Chappelle Show.
Yes.
It's my beer, bitch.
So here, let's try it remastered.
Okay.
Um,
Cheers.
Still smells the same.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah,
That's good.
still tasty.
Yeah.
Um, I don't even know how to explain that one.
It
Just
tastes like Sam Adams.
yeah, it just tastes like beer. Like I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, it does have its certain flavor to it.
Yeah,
If you've
but
had Sam Adams before, you know what that is.
I know. I can't explain it. It's just it's good.
Because it's like a little bit sweet,
Mm-hmm. And a
a
little
little
bit
bit
like
hoppy.
yeah, it's a combination of things like
Yeah.
melted into one.
Hmm.
You know, like I could drink their Oktoberfest all the time.
Oh yeah.
Now that here, like that's one of the darker beers that I could drink.
Yeah. It's not really that dark though.
No,
It's
but
like this
for me it
amberish
is.
color too.
Yeah, for me it's darker.
Yeah. How about a porter?
No, dude, you can keep porters to yourself. I don't want those.
Yeah.
But there is one beer that they have that I still want to try.
Mhm.
It's hard to find because it's like a couple $100 a bottle. I don't even know if they still.
What, Sam Adams brewed himself?
It's called Sam Adams Utopias, and it's actually you drink it like cognac.
Okay.
So you like, it's a really cool bottle. It's like a gold bottle, and it kind of looks like a. I'm looking at it right now, but
Do you want to pull it up?
no, not really. But
All this technology, and my man says, "Nah, I'm
yeah.
good."
But anyway, so you don't drink it like you don't drink it like beer.
Yeah.
It's just you pour it in a like a little snifter, and you just sip it like cognac. Like it's
Yeah.
28% alcohol.
Dude.
Yeah, and it like
Sounds like my kind of beer.
you literally put like 2 shots, and that's what you drink it as. And it's like a couple $100 a bottle.
Wow.
Yeah, and the bottle looks pretty cool. And I don't know. I've always wanted to try it. It's aged for 30 years before it's bottled.
Oh.
So like the let's see what are some. Let's see when's the latest.
Well, I want to see it because you're kind of selfish.
Okay, yeah, there's a little video of it too, but and it's a really neat bottle. Hmm. Yeah, I don't I'm always been a big fan of Sam Adams, and I've tried. Yeah, there it is. Right. Oh, $600 right there. That's a 2021.
It looks like something. I don't know. How would you say it? Something out of like the fucking Bible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does kind of look like it'd be
Looks like an upside down chalice.
yes. But yeah, you wouldn't drink that like straight up beer. You see like here that's
This
how you
one?
drink it.
Yeah.
So you sip it.
Get your little sniffer right there.
Like I don't know. I just would hope it doesn't taste like shit.
I don't think it
You know,
would.
if
For
I'm
$600,
if I'm dropping $600 on a bottle of beer, like,
Yeah.
whew,
Yeah. You don't want that thing to taste like shit.
no. But it looks pretty cool.
It's kind of like you've had Blue Label, right? Johnny
Hmm.
Walker. Like I was drinking it one time, and as somebody was gonna put like sparkling water, and I was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm watering it down." I'm like, "Why?" I'm like, if you're gonna do that shit, drink black or red
Yeah.
or even
Well,
green.
dude, that was just like how those the Goose Island, those like barrel whatever ones that would come out, like the
The barrel
specialty ones.
fermented ones, yeah.
Like my dad would get those for me for Christmas, and he'd get me like two or three of them, and they were like $75 a piece.
Yeah.
But you didn't drink them for like 2 years.
Yeah, you gotta
You had to let them
sit.
sit for 2 years. And I remember the one, oh, dude, I remember I had one for like 3 years just
Yeah.
sitting in the fridge. And then finally I was like, all right, it's time to pop this thing open.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it was so disgusting. I was like,
Was your fridge on?
yo, oh, no, it was cold, dude, but it was just like,
Yeah.
it was just so like just strong
Pungent.
that I couldn't do it. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't even like I let it air for like 45 minutes too. I'm like, oh, maybe it just needs to breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, dude, I took one sip. I'm like, Like, nope. I'm like, I'm drunk
It just
already
it cleared your sinuses
because
right
it
away.
was probably closer to like 38, 40% alcohol, letting it sit for that long.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, no, dude. I was done with it. I just had to put it away.
yeah,
And that's what I'm like with this. It's like, all right, do I leave this shit in the fridge?
yeah.
Do you just leave it hanging out? Like, I would not want to drink beer
Well,
at room
when it
temperature.
gets skunky, if you just like you left it in the fridge for 3 years and then now you're gonna leave it out.
Well, not if you. I mean, I don't know if you don't open it.
True.
If you don't,
No, even if you don't open it, because the heat cold thing will
well, I'm
skunk
saying
it
you'd have
up.
to either leave it in the cold or leave it in the warm. Like
Yeah,
you couldn't go back and forth,
right.
But that's why I don't know. Like, is there like a
Well, so what was your reaction?
how do you drink
were,
Sam Adams
were you
Utopias?
drinking and you're like, oh, I got 3 more bottles of this?
Yeah. Well, no, well, that's the thing. There was one of them was really good. I forgot which one it was. It was like it was an IPA one that was pretty decent,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was another one that was all right, like bearable, and then the third one I just couldn't do it, dude.
Oh, so they were all 3 different like presentations?
Yeah, there was one
Okay.
that was like a light IPA type one that was in a whole bunch of different barrels, and then there
Okay.
was like a lager one that was in a whole bunch of different barrels, and then there was like a porter, I think, and that porter fucking knocked me out, dude.
So that's probably like something you should have given to me.
Yeah, yeah, true, probably. But like, I don't know. I want to. I guess I'd have to like look up like how do you go about
Drinking them.
drinking Sam Adams Utopias.
Because it's kind of like that Kentucky beer that's like 8% alcohol or whatever, the one with the horse.
Yeah.
That you have to drink slow.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't chug it the way we would chug. Well, I'm not gonna say we chug these, but like you take a big swig, you're like, oh, that's tasty.
Yeah. No. This
Those are like
is.
you have to sip it, kind of like let it wash around in your mouth a little bit, enjoy it, and then pass it down.
Yeah. So like that's how this is literally a, and you just have it sit there, and you come back to it. You come back to it later. Like
Yeah, over a period of 24 hours.
I guess so. I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. You're the one that drank it, not me.
I've never drank this.
No,
Utopias.
that.
Oh, the Goose Island one. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Goose Island one, dude. You don't pour a whole. You would not be pouring this. That's for
Yeah.
sure. You'd be. All right, pass it around, guys.
Pass,
Everybody take a
puff,
little
puff, give.
taste. Yeah.
No.
But I don't know. Utopias has always been one of those like on my bucket list of like beverages that I want to try.
Let's pull it up again so you can look at it. There you go.
And if you actually go on, like, well, that's from 2009. That's probably like $1,200.
Maybe I don't. Is it like a whiskey at this point?
It's more like a bourbon, like or a cognac.
Yeah.
That's what I think it'd probably be considered more of is like a cognac. I could be wrong, but I'm just saying it's just when I look at it, that's what I think of.
So it's like a liquor beer more.
Yeah.
Liqueur.
Hmm.
Yeah. See, like, look at this one. This looks like straight out of the Bible, man.
Oh, I know.
Like the fucking Knights of Templar Knights are gonna come at you like, hey, you're drinking our shit.
Limited. Yeah, they got that. Yeah, but I don't know. Be something to invest in one day.
Is it craft beer?
Woo.
Oh, look at
There
that
you
one.
Oh, that's cool. That's the 10th anniversary
That's
edition.
$1,800, dude.
Yes, for a bottle of beer.
At that point, is it even beer?
I don't know, man. I don't know what it.
That's
I don't.
elixir, dude.
I don't even know what it is. If you're buying, I couldn't justify. Now the ones that are $30, is that an empty bottle?
Let's see. Here's a rating. Here's a rating. Is Sam Adams Utopias worth it? Like all good things, it gets better with time. A deep, rich, malty smoothness, reminiscent of a vintage port cognac or rare fortified French aperitif. Honey, vanilla, peach, wine grapes. So it's more like a liquor then. That's why it's so expensive.
Yes.
Malty though, that's kind of like my thing right there. I like malty beers and liquors. I'm just I can't get over the image.
What? How it looks like that?
Yeah,
Like it looks like a bell.
kind of.
You know.
It looks like pass me that cognac, player.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah,
I know.
pass me that in the Hennessy.
I guess that would be. We should do like a GoFundMe
Yeah,
for this and be like, so we could do it on the show
yeah.
and be like, we have a GoFundMe to buy Sam Adams Utopias.
There you
We
go.
need to raise $1,000.
1800. So you could try the 10th
No,
anniversary
I
one.
don't want the 10th anniversary one, dude. That's probably like that's whew, that's already aged for 30 years. If it's in 10th anniversary, it's probably like a 40-year one.
See, this is what's in our budget.
Yes, the full pint of Oktoberfest. Yes, that
Yes.
is more our that's more our speed. Oh, but
I
so
would
here,
try it though.
yeah, that's the biggest sign at Sam Adams is
This
like
one.
the tap room right there.
Okay.
Like that's it. But it's literally like in an alley, but it's pretty cool. And then it's I don't know, they might not have it anymore. It's not on their website. It was called Sam Adams like Red Brick. I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure it was called Red Brick,
Okay.
and that's only available in Boston.
Yeah.
And that one was way worth it. It was really good.
Oh no, I would definitely try it for sure. Just to say it's good or it's not my
Yeah,
cup
we
of
we
tea.
drank we drank that a lot when we were there.
No, I'm talking not the red brick
Oh,
one.
the Utopias.
Yeah, the Utopias.
Oh, it's called Sam Adams Boston Brick Red.
Brick red.
Yeah, it's an Irish red ale. It's pretty
Irish
good.
red ale.
I liked it.
Huh?
All right, we'll have to purchase a bottle.
A $600 bottle of cognac
I'd have to talk to this dude that my dad knows that's an alcohol distributor. We might be able to get it cheap. Well, cheaper.
within our grasp.
Yeah. Maybe he'll buy it for me for Christmas or something. Be nice.
Maybe.
So,
Anywho, speaking of other Boston things,
mhm.
you had anything?
Well, let's see.
You said
The bars were cool. The people were eh. Um, we I did get if you go onto Barstool and they do the pizza reviews,
mm,
his favorite pizza in Boston is Regina's.
okay.
I made a point to go there, and that place was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
It is probably the best pizza that I've ever had.
Better than Bedrocks?
Oh yeah. It's Bedrocks
Come on,
doesn't
don't do
Bedrocks doesn't
Bedrocks like
even
that.
Bedrocks doesn't even come close, dude.
Don't do it like that.
First of all, Bedrocks is not the greatest pizza I've ever had.
It's not the greatest, but
It's great for bar pizza.
It's
Great
damn
bar
good
pizza,
for bar
okay?
pizza. Yeah.
But no, Regina's was probably one of the best pizzas I ever had. And the only thing that made the experience suck is I don't even want to talk about it because it just upset me. But
well, now you gotta talk
no,
about
I
it.
can't. I can't talk about it.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't talk about it. But pizza was really good. But
Now you got me
the
wondering
majority,
about what was the thing that
well,
pissed you
we'll have to
off?
talk about that later. But the most of the experience of Boston was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Except I forgot the name of the bar it was, but when we flew there, I had to get my license renewed.
Oh
So
yeah, you told me.
so
about
we had
this.
I had the paper license, which Illinois gives.
Yeah.
So you get out there and going through TSA was fine. Going from Chicago to Boston, fine. Going to all these other bars and checking in the hotel, everything's fine.
Mm.
We go to this other local bar just because we're just bouncing around. And we got a weird vibe as soon as we walked in. Like they were just looking at us funny because they could tell we weren't from there.
Mm.
And the way we talk just didn't fit.
Yeah.
So the bouncer is looking at all our IDs and he's looking at mine. He's like, "Oh, bro, I don't know, I can't let you." I'm like, "All right, dude, it's cool, no big deal." I'm like, "This is what they give us in Illinois when we renew our driver's licenses, yada yada yada." And I told him like, "Oh, this is what I do back home. It's no big deal." And he goes, "Well, you should know better." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "You should know better than to bring this here." I'm like, "Well, when the state of Illinois gives us these as our driver's license until the new ones come, that's the only thing I can do is bring this ID."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, okay, well, he's like, man, I don't know, I can't let you in." I'm like, "Okay, no big deal, whatever." Like
Yeah.
nobody,
Don't have to get snooty.
like,
about
no,
it.
we didn't complain, nothing. Like
Mhm.
all of us were like, "All right, cool, we'll just leave." So we turned around and we're walking outside and we're just standing outside, figuring out where to go next
Yeah.
because we're like, "All right, well, fuck it. If they don't want us here, we'll go someplace else."
Yeah.
And then the dude just like fucking just starts talking shit. Like, "These fucking people from out of town coming in here doing this, blah 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 blah." And we're looking at him like, "Huh?" Like, dude, you don't want us here. Cool. Our money's good everywhere else.
Yeah.
Like every other bar here is like, "Fuck it, your
You're
debit card
missing out.
clears.
Yeah.
We're not getting declined, so you're fucking more than welcome to come in. And I'm sitting there, and I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, who goes to a bar with a fake ID saying that you're 34 years old?
McLovin.
No. Like 34.
Yeah.
Okay, 34.
Yeah.
Not like 24
Yeah.
or like 22. 34 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm with people who are all in their like
30s.
mid to late 20s.
Yeah.
And I'm the oldest one of the group. And I'm just like, and I'm the one that didn't get in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh, whatever. Then I didn't care about it. The rest of the time, we just every other bar there and every nightclub and everything we went to was like, fuck it, come in. Like,
Yeah.
we don't care. They're like, you don't look like you're 10, so come on in. You know.
Well, that's the thing, dude. I still get carded sometimes when I'm like buying beer.
Oh yeah, so do I.
Yeah, I'm just like, I got gray hair in my beard.
But it's not like you're showing a fake ID.
Yeah.
Say like, oh, here's my fake ID saying I'm
Exactly.
38.
Yeah.
You know.
No, but here's the funny thing. Like, when I've gone to Mexico, like I don't get carded at all.
Well, all you have to do is have a heartbeat to drink in Mexico.
True.
As soon as
but still,
as soon as you put a diaper on, they're like, oh, Modelo for you.
that's how they put babies to sleep.
I know. I gotta keep this baby. Shh.
No, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to say they assume you're already of age. Like you could tell. Like if somebody looks young, you know, like if they have that complexion,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, they might get carded.
Yeah.
But like, you know, you see a couple dudes that are clearly past their 20s, and they're like, yeah, whatever. Whereas here, like, I'll go to Walmart, well, except at the liquor store here, because they already kind
They
of
know
see
you.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've seen me plenty of times.
Well, that's the one over by my house. They don't card me at all.
Yeah. But, like, you go somewhere where it's not your area, you know, and they're like, oh, you got some ID? I'm buying Liquid Death, dude.
Yeah. Oh, that happened to me.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, that happened to me while I was working.
Right.
They're like, what do you, what,
Drinking on the job there,
I'm like,
officer?
yeah, and I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, but I'm like, did you read it?
Liquid
And they're like,
Death.
what? I'm like, read it. And they're like, oh, it's water? I'm like, yeah.
Quench your thirst.
I'm like, it murders your thirst.
Yeah, there you go.
Why would I be drinking on the job? Like, I'm literally buying a can of water. You know, yes, sponsor. It's okay. But no, like the one time I got carded at Benny's. Like the lady's like, I need to see your ID. I'm like, okay, sure. Here you
You know
go.
what's funny?
And then she looked and she goes, oh, you're old as fuck. And I'm like, thanks, bitch.
Dude, like the one time I was at Walmart and I went to buy a 12 pack of Guinness. I think I told you this story. The lady's like, she didn't card me. She was like this old ass cool lady, and she was like, "Have you ever been to Ireland?"
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "No." She's like, You gotta go try
Yeah, the Guinness there
over
is different.
Yeah, she's like, it hits different. I'm like, no, I gotta make it a thing to go to Ireland to drink some Guinness, some Guinness.
Wow. So the Utopias was actually banned in 15 states.
Damn. Because of the price?
Because of its
That's
alcohol
highway
content.
robbery. Huh?
Because of its alcohol content.
Huh.
Because it's classified as a beer, it was too high to be sold in these states as a beer.
But it says it's cognac.
It's like a cognac. Like you drink it like a cognac.
Well,
It's still technically a beer, but you drink it as if you're drinking
so what is it?
cognac.
They're worried about people getting alcohol poisoning or something?
No, it's just that it's like they have regulations on what is considered beer and what's considered like alcohol.
Yeah.
And even though it's classified as a beer,
The alcohol content's too high. So.
Yeah. So it was rendered illegal for a long time, but now it's not.
Oh, there you go.
Now I'm just trying to figure out where to buy it. I don't know if it's available at Benny's. I don't think so.
Probably not.
I mean, they could order it for you.
I'm sure they could.
Let's see. Sam Adams Utopias for sale. Online liquor, $499.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's like
We could do 4 interest-free payments for $45.13.
So that GoFundMe thing you were talking about.
It is.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
So it's fitting description for the strongest beer in history.
Hmm.
That's what it is. It's the strongest beer in history.
See, here's the thing though. I would want that to taste good.
I
Like
I want
if
to I want to watch a review of it. Here,
yeah,
like
yeah.
pull up a review
Okay.
of somebody drinking Sam Adams Utopias, and then it being like, "This is the shittiest stuff I've ever tried in my life," and then I'd be like, "All right,
No, because I'm sure if somebody's like reviewing it, they're like kind of like a consort or something, so they know about the beer and they're gonna be like, "Oh, you could taste the vanilla and the honey and the flowers,"
yeah, probably," but
you know.
still, but somebody else will still be like, "Dude, this shit sucks." One D though. There you go. Sam Adams Utopias review.
There we go. This dude's trying it.
Oh, that guy. Okay, I'm fine with him.
You trust him?
He does. I think he's the one that does like other like YouTube or like TikToks of different drinks. Looks like him for a second, but I could be wrong. Oh no, never mind. Not the same guy I was thinking of.
Well, you saw he was balding or like he's the guy.
Yeah.
Whatever, dude. Just taste the shit. That's what I want to know what it tastes like.
Well, he already drank some, dude. Like he went way too far.
Okay, here we go. Here's his drink. He's talking about cherry notes. I want to see the face he makes when he takes that first drink. Cheers, bud. Mm. It's like, why is your nose bleeding?
Yeah.
Looks like he.
Warming. It's burnt.
Looks like it burned a couple brain cells,
I
dude.
mean, I don't know. He's not going back in for more. Now he looks fucking toasted there. Oh, he's going in for more. Okay.
Yeah. Looks like he's having flashbacks, dude.
His one eye is going way further.
Hmm.
That's from the 2017 vintage.
Yeah, it's probably a bad batch.
Maybe.
No, I don't know. I mean, I would still want to try it because it sounds more like he's doing like you said, like just cognac sipping it, kind of.
Hmm. Well, I don't want to watch a video of somebody fucking slamming it.
Yeah. Well, no, but my man over there looked like he was revisiting, places in time
True.
with those pauses. It's like he was sorting his memories a little bit.
So
But
there's one for $449.
was it the 2017 one?
2021. The 12th biennial edition of Utopias was finished on 2,000 pounds of cherries, including Michigan Balaton cherries, to bring slight sweetness and touch of tart to this 28% ABV rarity.
Hmm. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Sam Adams, if you're out there, we would love to try Utopias
Yes, yes, we would.
and put it on the show.
Yeah.
And we would make sure that however many shows are in a row to finish that. But yep, that was my trip to Boston.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. Want to go back? I want to go back there in the summer. We were there in the wintertime, or well, in March, because
Yeah.
actually we were there for St. Patrick's Day and a Dropkick Murphys concert.
Mhm.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
We actually got on stage
Nice.
for it at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty neat.
That's awesome.
And then I flew back home and went back to reality.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens anytime you go on vacation.
Oh, and I did stay at the most haunted house or haunted hotel in Boston,
Yeah.
where the movie 1408
Yeah.
was about. Yeah, we stayed there
John Cusack, Samuel L.
in
Jackson.
the Stephen King book.
Yeah.
And while we were sleeping, we were pretty high up. I forgot what floor we were on, but it was like in the
So we were
middle.
on the 14th floor.
No, it was like the 15th, I think.
Hmm.
But we were sleeping, just dead asleep, and it sounded like a car crashed in our bathroom. It was the weirdest thing, dude. We both jumped out of bed. I looked out the window, looked out in the hallway, looked in the bathroom. Like, dude, yeah, it literally sounded like a car crashed into our bathroom.
Did you ever read into the why 1408?
No,
Add up the numbers. 1408.
13.
Yeah. And you know hotels don't have a 13th floor.
Yeah.
They just make the 13th floor the 14th floor for some reason. It's not like they leave the whole floor vacant.
I know
You
that
know?
makes sense.
Yeah. So it's the 13th room on the 13th floor.
Okay.
Because all the doors would be 1-4 because it's
Mhm.
the 14th floor, and then the 8 would add up
Yes.
to the yeah.
Look at you being all mathematicianal.
Well, I saw the movie a while back, and I did a little digging.
I got you.
Yeah. You know, there's 2 endings to that movie, right?
No,
Did you ever see it?
no. It's been well. I saw it a long time ago, but I don't really remember it all.
There's the ending, which is like the normal ending, where John Cusack dies and burns the room. And it's like, oh, I'm ending the prison. It's like, nah, dude. The room's going to get refurbished and shit's going to keep going on. And there's the one where he survives.
That's interesting.
Yeah. That's a good movie, though.
It's kind of like Bandersnatch, where you had to pick the ending. Or
Yeah.
Pick the whole way you go through.
Yeah. They're doing that with a lot of shows.
And
now.
Kaleidoscope. Did you watch Kaleidoscope?
No. I heard good things, though.
It was
That's
weird.
the one with
Like the bank robbery.
Giovanni, whatever. Esposito, or whatever. The dude from The Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen it. And then there's like an order you could watch it so you can see the sequence of events.
Yes.
Haven't seen that. I don't know, man. I'm one of those people that gets caught like, oh, there's something new to watch. Oh, but then I saw this and I enjoyed it, so I'm gonna go back and watch it. Like, like the other day, I watched There's Something About Mary,
Mhm.
and I don't know if you remember the scene where he gets his, stuff get caught in the zipper.
He gets the beans about the Frank.
Yes.
Yes.
And they're pulling him out, and you got all this chaos going on with the firemen and Mary screaming. I had never noticed this, but what's his name? The brother, Mary's brother.
Mhm.
He's screaming in the back. He's like, "He's masturbating! He's
Yeah.
masturbating!" I was like, "Holy shit!" That made it 10 times funnier, dude.
Mhm.
Like I did not notice that before, and I was just like, "Holy shit, dude!" Warren's his name.
Oh, I finally watched Old Dads.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
Did you relate?
Yes.
So did I. And I'm not even a dad, dude.
Yeah,
but I'm
I was
just like,
I was sitting there watching it, and Colleen's like, "Yeah, this is about you." I'm like, "Yep, it is."
Well, here's the thing, though. For those people who haven't seen the movie,
Oh, and she thought the guy was Dave Chappelle.
you thought he was?
No, she did.
Oh,
She's
really?
like, "Oh, Dave Chappelle's in this movie," and I looked at him like, "That ain't fucking Dave Chappelle."
No, that's a shocker, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. He's in a lot of good movies though, too.
Mhm.
I don't know his name, but the thing is, like, I thought some of the some of the stuff was like way over the top. Some like how soft they were. My favorite part was the NWA part, though, when they're in the car. Say it, motherfucker!
And then he gets fired because of the other hidden camera.
Oh yeah, in his car, in his house, in his apartment.
It's like, wait a minute, how is that legal?
Yeah, I don't think that is legal.
No, it's not legal.
Yeah.
It's very illegal.
And then dude, like I hated their boss, the guy that bought their company. How he was all like entrepreneur and I'm gonna change the world. And then he gets fired too. He's like, I'm suspended indefinitely. He's like, oh, is that the millennial way of saying you're fired?
Yep. But the crazy thing is, dude, is that there are people that are that soft.
Oh yeah.
And they're in the state that they were, filming in and pretending to be in,
Yeah.
and where the snowflakes are raised.
Yep. The thing is, like, I don't know if like I know there's some people that take it to that extent, but that was like everybody was like that there except for those 3 guys.
Yeah, that's a lot of places, dude.
That was nuts.
There's a lot of places who are that weird.
Yeah. There's a couple things that pissed me off about that movie, like the little kid who was a brat
Oh yeah.
who smacked the Bill Burr's wife in the stomach while she was pregnant.
Yep, I would have drop kicked that
Oh,
kid.
dude, I would have punted that kid.
Yep.
And then there was the boss guy and the dude that was in the car with them too. He was kind of a bitch,
Yes,
but that was like his whole role, like can't
he
say
was the kiss ass dude.
yeah, he
Yeah.
was. He was like there, kind of like rat them out.
Yes.
But yeah. Oh, and then the lady, the doctor that was teaching the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I liked how she got busted at the end.
Yeah,
for
embezzling all the
yeah.
money. Yep.
It's $1 for every minute you're
And it's
there.
another thing. That's how those people are, dude.
Mm-hmm. I just like how he snapped on her, because he's like trying to keep his shit together.
Oh, I know.
He's like, it's not an excuse, it's what happened. And she's like, well, still, we believe here that education extends into the home. I was like, shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of my face.
I love when he's like, you guys all believe this shit?
Oh, and then the dude, the big black dude, how he's like, why? Oh, I'm upset because you body shamed her, and I've always been trying to be thin. And
Yeah.
I was like, dude, come on. Like, it was so over the top, and they like outed him so bad.
Mm-hmm. And I love when
He had to
like,
apologize to everybody. And then the chick that's like, the C word's like the N word for ladies nowadays, and he's like, oh yeah. Except for the 400 years of slavery and all that shit, and the systemic oppression, right? Other than that, it's the same thing.
Yep.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's what I like about Bill Burr, dude. He's on his shit.
Oh, I know. And it just always seeps through.
Yeah. And then at the end when they're all at the strip club, that shit was so funny. And then like you'd think they'd be getting their Mac on, no, they're just like Bill's outing his problems to the stripper.
It's like, I just need to talk.
The other dude like lost his wedding band. The guy
He
that's
swallowed it.
Yeah, because he's like he's always trying to be the young guy of the group.
Yep.
And he's the oldest, I think. They're like, how old do you think I am? Oh, 40s. How can you tell? It's the neck.
Yeah. he uses his money to get the neck shit done.
Yeah. Oh man. I think at the end they don't explain it, but they got money for wrongful termination or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So they ended up like with a bunch of money.
Yeah, didn't they sue him for like age discrimination or something like that?
So it's kind of like a happy ending.
Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah, that movie was it was funny.
I thought it was funny when the one dude got his girlfriend pregnant or whatever. He's like,
oh yeah,
I gotta go. I'll be back.
Takes off. She's like, well, can you hug me? He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like just following commands.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Or how he's got his girlfriend, his ex-wife, and he already had a kid who was all grown
up.
Up.
Two.
Yeah,
they were one going to Harvard and the other one going to Georgetown or whatever.
Yeah, and he's all like, they're all like, man, that's the dream. How do you do it? He's like, oh, one day at a time. His girl's like, I'm pregnant. Because he's like, she doesn't want to get married. She doesn't want kids.
He's like, it ain't mine.
It's funny.
I pull out.
Here's the thing, though. He was like, she doesn't want to get pregnant. She doesn't want to have kids. She doesn't want to get married. And she goes to the gym all the time. He's like, that's like the shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'm pregnant. Are we going to get married? It's like, fuck.
At first, I was thinking, I'm like, she's banging somebody at the gym.
Oh,
that's how she's always at the gym.
Yeah.
And then when he says that to her, he's like, I know that ain't mine. And she gets all fucking pissed at him. I'm like, oh, nope, she ain't fucking nobody else at the gym.
Yep.
This is his.
Yep. Yeah, that was a good movie, dude.
Yeah, I liked it.
I like at the end how he sees himself in the old dude, the one the Uber guy.
Yes. And he changes. He's like, oh no, I got it.
He's like, oh my god, that's me. Because the dude's complaining about like his generation.
Yep.
How they're like, hey man, where's the seatbelt? And he's like, what the fuck? Strap in, pussy. So he just blasts off.
And then he's complaining about the scooter.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd complain about that shit too.
Well, yeah. It's like the bike lane thing. Mm-hmm.
You got to still abide by the rules of the road.
True. Like this video I saw of there's two dudes just having a day out on their bikes, and I guess they had GoPros or something. And they're on the sidewalk, but they're kind of like, just they're not going fast or anything. They're just like out for a stroll. Mm-hmm. And then there's these people at this like cafe, bar, restaurant, or whatever, who have those like tables out on the street, or not the street, the sidewalk. And they just jump out in front of like, hey, you're not supposed to, and like just go full Karen, the husband and the wife, and like other people start joining. And the dude, he's just like, dude, I'm about to beat your ass, dude. Like, you came at me. Like, I wasn't, like, you got out of your chair and jumped in my way and started hassling me. Like, why can't you just let me be?
Yeah.
And they're just giving me, I'm like, I get to the point where I feel like I would get in trouble for something like that. But like, dude, I'm not gonna deal with your shit. You either quit this shit and I'll be on my way, or this is gonna be a problem
Yeah.
and it's gonna get physical.
Yeah. People have nothing else better than to do than to get into other people's business now.
Yeah.
It's just annoying.
Yeah. The thing is, sometimes it's like older people too. It's like I don't know how they, like I don't know if all of a sudden they feel
Well,
empowered because
and a
they
lot of it's
see.
our fucking generation too.
Well, yeah,
Like a lot of people our age turn into fucking pussies.
true, but
Like they forgot, like if you got hurt, you just rub some fucking dirt on it.
right.
I like that part in the movie
Yeah.
too. He's like, just rub some dirt on it. He goes, oh, maybe you want to do this, you get
Are
an
you gonna? Are
infection.
you one of those WebMD guys? Yeah. No, but I don't know if it's like that. All that like that sense of empowerment came from like the cancel culture. Like, hey, we got heard. You guys can
Hmm.
be heard too. Or maybe the cancel culture was there all along and it just awoke in them. They were like sleeper agents.
They were woke.
Yes.
Thing they got woke. They
Like
got woke to the wokeness.
Miss Marvel woke.
Ugh. We don't need to talk about
Kind of do because
that.
there's talks of RDJ coming back,
Yeah.
and it was like it was on the Rogan podcast a while back, like after Endgame, and he's like, "Wouldn't you feel cheated if I put the armor back on?"
Oh no, he's like, yeah,
And
no,
Rogan's like, "Nah, dude."
yeah,
He's like, "No, you can time travel now." He's like, "You open that door now, you can't close it."
yep,
So there's that. But like everything he said, he's like, "What if they go through like a bunch of semi lackluster movies and like, and now Marvel's like they want to bring the original six back, like bring back Scarlett Johansson and you know all the others
yep.
and do a movie. Like I think they want to do it for like Avengers 6 because they gotta do what 5,
Hmm.
which is gonna be the Kang Dynasty one, I think,
Yeah.
and then 6 is supposed to be Secret
I mean,
Wars.
is that dude going to be able to be king while in jail?
Majors is still like he's
That's
still up in the air.
what I'm saying. He's going to be doing his shit from a prison cell. Like, hey, can we just green screen me in here, guys?
Here's the thing though, why did he get arrested?
I don't know. I forgot.
They said he assaulted somebody, right?
Probably.
But you like, here's the thing, man. Like, it's like the same thing that happened with Anthony Starr, man. Like, people go poke fights at these like celebrities to get their 15 minutes or their lawsuit out of them,
Hmm.
and they just ruin their fucking careers.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, because Jonathan Majors is good, dude. Like, I didn't watch Creed 3, but I saw clips of it, and I was like, man, he was a fucking dickhead in that movie. I was like, that's good acting. It's kind of like the kid from Game of Thrones, man. Joffrey?
Yeah. Oh, he is a domestic violence case.
Okay. So
So his
she was probably like, you're not a good actor. Fuck you. That kind of thing.
the Marvel actor is slated to stand trial after an incident en route to his Chelsea home sent his girlfriend to the hospital.
Oh, so he went full War Machine on her?
Yeah, he went fucking full Kang.
That's not funny. I
No. He was arrested, charged with assault
Oh my
and aggravated harassment after a reported domestic issue with his then girlfriend Grace Jabari in a private car from the Brooklyn party to his apartment in Chelsea.
God.
And then his attorney said he is innocent and has not abused anyone. We have provided irrefutable evidence to the district attorney that the charges are false. We are confident that he will be fully exonerated.
He was a good he was the best part in Quantum Mania, Kang.
Yeah. Oh, she was also arrested and charged in October with assault and criminal mischief in connection with the March incident, according to Variety. So she was also arrested for whatever fucking her partake of it as well.
Ah, there you go. Just put him in the ring, let him duke it out.
Yeah, I gotta see how big she is. She might, she might be like how Shaq and his
Well,
fucking,
it's gonna be one of those things
or
where
the Mountain and his wife.
oh yeah, dude.
You
She's
know,
like what, 5 feet tall?
yeah,
And he's like 7 feet tall.
yeah. He's 7 foot, 500 pounds, and she's like 5
You know
foot.
there's a bigger dude than him?
Mhm.
And like they move fast. They're like Brock Lesnar types.
Yeah. Oh,
They're like
he's
yeah.
huge and fast.
Yeah. Like That's a dude I would not want to mess with.
Mm,
Like I would say, like hi, and be intimidated by the way he answers.
let's
Nice to
see.
meet you. Nice to meet you too.
What's her name? Oh, Grace Jabari.
Yeah.
Let's see. What does she look like here?
Grace Jabari.
Or she's white-ish,
Oh,
white-ish, kind of maybe. Kind of looks like a trashier Uma Thurman.
let's see. Let's take a look. There she is. And it looks kind of like a young, trashier Uma Thurman, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
What was she in? Let's see.
she was in stuff.
Yeah, she was
She
in
was in the Barbie
Barbie.
movie. Who was she in the Barbie movie?
I don't know.
Dumb Barbie,
Maybe
domestic violence Barbie. I mean,
abused Barbie.
yes.
I don't know. I guess she was in Barbie though.
Huh. And she was in Mission Impossible. Is that the new one?
Uh,
Yeah. She was all in recent movies.
Dead Reckoning Part
Hmm.
1.
Huh. And she was in A Christmas Carol in Nureyev?
Nuria.
Nureyev?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, she was in Quantumania too.
Was she? What did she say?
Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania.
Hmm.
It's funny how all her movies just happen to be in like 2023.
She must be like one of those new up and coming.
Yeah, well, she was getting all these jobs because she was with Jonathan Majors.
Probably. Because he did a couple good movies before this. Like he did the Creed one, and there was the one where he was like a pilot.
Yeah.
He did Quantumania wasn't that great until Kang shows up, and then you find out what he's all about. Because he's like at first he's like playing with Hope, or not Hope. What's her name? Janet Van Dyne or whatever. Michelle Pfeiffer. And
Yeah.
then she figures him out. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. RDJ might be coming back,
Well, that sounds like fun.
but they might bring Tom Cruise RDJ back,
It's okay.
which they should have done in Multiverse of
Yeah.
Madness.
I just wonder what the final actual, lineup for Fantastic Four is going to be.
I like Adam Driver, but I don't think he's gonna be good Mr. Fantastic.
No.
I think they should have just stuck with Krasinski.
Yes. There was another one that just came out of another group. Oh, it was what the hell's his name? He played Mysterio.
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Mm-hmm. That was another group of him being Mr. Fantastic.
Who would be
I didn't know anybody else. He was the only one that I knew in the group.
I don't see that happening because they already used him.
Really? How many times is Chris Evans a superhero?
Yeah, but he wasn't part of the MCU.
But still. Different timeline, different person, just different.
True. Could you imagine if Tom Holland meets
In another
Mr.
world,
Reed Richards and he's like, "Hey, you look like Quentin Beck."
There you go. See? In another world, that's who he was.
Yeah, maybe. He's like, "Oh, I changed my name."
Let me see.
I actually just rewatched that too not too long ago.
What?
No Way Home. I had to watch the scene with the 3 Spider-Men. That was there's that, and the whole the thing with the webbing. That's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "You can't do that, huh?" It's like, "No, man, we have to make it in a lab. It's a hassle."
Let's see.
Or well, you notice how like everybody picks on Andrew Garfield in the movie, like even like Mary Jane, then the old lady, then they're all like, he's all like, "Oh man, he's like, I'm lame." He's like, the worst I fought was like a dude in a rhinoceros suit. But yeah,
Oh, dude, the people that they have on here to play these characters are just something else, dude. All right. So to play Reed Richards, according to this thing, they have him like ranked on who they would want.
Yeah.
Number 1, John Krasinski.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Penn Badgley.
Don't know who that is.
You,
You?
the dude from You.
The dude from You?
The Netflix show You,
Yeah.
the killer,
Yeah.
him.
Oh. Oh, you're going all Mr. Fantastic
Yeah, this is
fantastic.
just for
Oh.
Mister. This is just for
Okay,
him.
I was like, this is fantastic. That
No,
could
just
be
for
Emily
this is just
Blunt.
for Reed Richards right now.
Okay.
Matt Smith, Doctor Who,
Yeah.
Adam Driver,
No.
William Jackson Harper.
Sounds familiar. I don't know who it is.
He was in a Good Place. I don't know. I've never seen this dude before.
Hmm.
John David Washington.
Nope.
Don't know who it is. His dad is Denzel. Denzel's kid.
Denzel Washington.
Yeah, and he was
Okay.
in Ballers.
Nope.
And then John Cho.
John Cho
Yeah.
as Mr. Fantastic.
Uh huh.
I don't think so. He would be good for. They already got Shang-Chi, but yeah. Oh, you know who would be good? He would be good as Amadeus Cho. He's too old though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if he was a younger
Yeah, he's
version
already
of him.
50.
Yeah, he was fucking Spike.
Yep. I know. So here now, who will play Sue Storm?
Okay,
They got Emily Blunt
of
as
course.
number one.
Mm,
Melissa Benoist, Supergirl.
Benoit.
Or no, it's not Benoit. Really? It's Benoist. It's not Benoit.
Okay.
Lily James.
Okay.
Uh,
Good choices so far.
Margot Robbie.
Mm,
Jodie Comer.
don't know who that is.
She was in. She played Ray's mom in a flashback in The Rise of Skywalker. And then she was in another movie or a show called Killing Eve. I don't know. Let's see who would be next.
Oh, yeah, I know. She was in Free Guy, right?
Maybe Vanessa Kirby.
Don't know who that is.
She was in Mission Impossible Installment Death Reckoning. Okay.
No.
Isa Gonzalez.
No.
She was in The Last Fast and the Furious.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then they have Natalia Dyer from Stranger Things.
Which one was Natalia?
The sister.
Nancy?
Yeah.
No. No.
And then Johnny Storm. Good old that. They have John Keary from Stranger Things. They
No.
played her boyfriend.
Okay, yeah, he might be good. I liked him.
Zac Efron.
Better choice.
Yeah. Paul Mescal.
Who was he in?
He, never seen this dude before. He's in Gladiator 2. Joseph Quinn. Don't know.
No.
Never heard of him. Chris Evans. Jamie Dornan.
Sounds familiar.
I don't know him either. Lakeith Stanfield from the show Atlanta, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the end of those.
And then The Thing.
And in The Thing, Alan Richardson.
I mean, it's gonna be CGI.
Yeah. John Cena.
CGI.
Jason Segel.
CGI. You could pick anybody, dude. It's CGI.
But I feel like Jason Segel would be funny. Like you'd have to have him be funny.
Yeah.
Eben,
Well, here's the thing. The Thing is like a comic relief kind of character.
Yeah. Eben Moss Backrack.
Don't know who that is.
He's from The Bear.
Mm.
Channing Tatum. John Bernthal. And that's the end of it.
Well, John Barenthal can't because he's the Punisher.
Yeah, but if he's just
CGI.
CGI, it doesn't really matter, right?
He's too gruff for The Thing. The Thing needs to be. He does because he needs to have like back and forth with the Human Torch.
Yeah.
Like they make fun of each other. Like, hey, come on, Matchstick, come on, Flame Ball.
So that was the list as of September.
So if I were to pick, I would go John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, Zac Efron, and
John
probably
Cena. I'd go with John Cena.
really. I would go between him and Alan Richardson.
Yeah.
Richardson or whatever. I would go with one of those two.
Yeah. I just like how John Cena was in Peacemaker.
Well, there's that, and
So yeah, I'd want like that kind of mentality brought in, going back and forth with Zac Efron. I think it'd be all right.
well, it'd be kind of like you. I know you never saw it, but it'd be kind of like Baywatch, where they had the
Yeah,
back and forth with him and The Rock.
yeah.
It'd be kind of like the same deal.
But Marvel's going to be inclusive, so none of those people are going to get it.
Yeah, there's too. That's too white.
Just like I saw, what's his name?
Well,
Who's the DC one? James Gunn, right?
yeah, he's the
How he was
co-CEO.
saying that there's going to be uh, Batman or Superman is going to be either G or T,
Wow.
and there's going to be at least one of everything in the DC universe.
They
And they're going
already
to
have
be
it in the comics.
no, but like the main group.
There's just some things you don't do, man.
Exactly. Just
Because,
give.
like, okay, so there is a black Batman and
Uh
there
huh.
is a black Superman.
Yeah.
We're talking about race wise. Black Superman's from another universe and he's president in his world, and it's a good world. And then he's the leader of the Justice League Incarnate, which is in the bleed, and they're kind of the protectors of the multiverse, kind of. So there's your you got a pretty good sound black character,
Yeah.
and then the Black Batman is um he's one of Lucius Fox's kids. So, the guy that made all the tech for Bruce Wayne in the movies
Mm-hmm.
and kind of in the comics too. He's he's like, I am Batman.
Yeah.
And he wears like the whole shield all the way down. Like his face is fully covered. Because they don't want him to know he's not, the white Batman, I guess.
They don't want him to smile.
Well, they might be like, oh no, he's not our real one. Shoot him.
Yeah. That's Black Man. I mean, not
Dude. Oh man, that just reminded me of the SNL joke about the black Superman, the Man of Steel, spelled Steal.
Yeah.
It's horrible shit,
I'm the
dude.
Man of Steel.
That's funny. Anyway, so they do have those. They have the Brazilian version of Wonder Woman, and they have a black chick as that took over Hippolyta as Queen of the Amazons. So they are very inclusive race-wise.
Mm-hmm.
The gender
Wasn't like
stuff.
Superboy kind of?
Superboy is no, um, John L. Superman's son
Yeah.
is like gay or bi, and then so is Tim Drake, which is the third Robin.
Yeah.
He's gay. After so many years of being straight, he went gay, I guess, because they want to. I don't know. Have
It was time.
yeah. And then there was a while back there was a rumor that Hal Jordan was supposed to be made gay, and that didn't happen because I mean, which they could, I guess, because they got Jon Stewart. They have
Yeah.
a bunch of Green Lanterns, but I think the one that they made gay was Kyle Rayner, who was a Green Lantern that became like a Blue Lantern or White Lantern.
Hmm.
So say, oh, we're gonna give you the gender thing, but
Yeah.
we're gonna make him white.
You're the Rainbow Lantern.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey man, the spectrum, color
Hey, how
spectrum.
did you have a rainbow ring now? How did that happen?
It's like I got all the emotions. I can be sad and angry at the same time.
I'm not a green ring. I'm a mood ring. Yeah.
But yeah. So I don't know how much more inclusivity they want. Because they made Power Girl. I think is gay too now. I think I'm not sure. Which is like the counter Earth Supergirl,
Okay.
which are both in the main universe now for some reason.
Hey, everybody's there, man. That's all that it's gonna be.
Yep.
I'm just here.
I'm just here to talk about it. That's it. But yes, I don't know how much more inclusive they do need to watch it with that shit though, because I mean Disney already had that whole thing where they had to fire the FX team and the creative team because they were like it was too much. Like with the whole Little Mermaid thing
Mhm.
after that bombed, I think they were like we need a clean slate with all these things going on, you know.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
So we'll see. They just need to bring it back to normal a little bit, man. It's getting way out of control.
Well, that's the thing. You can't say what's normal now.
It's the new normal.
So, what is normal? If we say it's normal, we're
Yeah.
we're wrong and racist and privileged and
Part
everything
of the
else.
patriarchy.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm.
everybody's offended.
Yeah. When did that happen?
Yeah.
People get offended so easily.
Here's the thing. Oh, that's nice that you're offended. Okay, I get offended by shit too, but I'm just
I just deal with it like an
yeah.
adult.
Life goes on.
Easy there, Candace Owens.
I
I like
love that
where
one.
she's like, "Get a helmet, dude.
Yeah,
Life goes on."
I love
Oh,
that, dude.
I was like, Jesus, dude,
Yep.
that was the most
Oh,
savage.
oh, you're offended? Yeah. Okay, well, life goes on. I was like, yes.
No, but she actually tells somebody like, "Get a helmet, dude.
Oh, I know.
Move on, get over it, or some shit." And
And
I
then
was
she
like,
say once, she's like, I ain't got time for this. I'm pregnant.
"Yeah, no." It was the one where she's like, the girl went up there, asked her to define her, and then she just made a statement. She's like, "That's a statement.
Yep. Oh yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah.
Next questions. I ain't got time for this. I'm too pregnant." I was like, "You are too pregnant for this." But the thing is, she like I will say this one thing is like how dismissive she is kind of like off-putting a little bit because she's just like, I'm up here to rap, and y'all just, I'm gonna fucking tear all you
Well,
guys down.
but when you come up to ask her a question or have a conversation, and you're not really like
No,
you're not asking a
a hundred
question.
percent, a
All
hundred
you're
percent,
doing is trying to state facts that aren't even really facts.
right,
And when she goes, no, no, you came up here to ask me a question. Ask me a question. And when
right.
you don't, and all you do is just say something of your
But
own
like
agenda, she's gonna be like, "All right, you
sometimes that
just wasted my
demeanor though
time."
is what I'm saying. Like she's up there, she's just like waiting for them to say something stupid to tear them down. Which yeah, that's kind of the point.
Well, because they do it to themselves.
Right, right, right. And I'm not against that. But sometimes she's just like the demeanor or how like she's all like ready to like fuck you. Or like if you look at Ben Shapiro or other guys, they're like, okay, I'm listening to you. Like she's like, I'm not.
Well, because I mean, there's a lot of them that went after her, and her ethnicity,
Mm,
and after a while, when they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't be thinking this way because of what you are," she's like, "Well, no, you know."
I'm a free spirit, man.
And when they talk about like privileges and how she got this, that, and the other, she's like, "Really?" She's like, "How systemic racism is still there." She goes, "Well, how can that be when the president was? We had a black president. We have how many people are the richest people in the world that are African
You got
American?
a lot of
You have this,
black
you have that."
judges in the Supreme
And she's
Court.
like, I had all this debt, and I was able to go and to get this, and now look at me.
Mm,
She goes, if it was still so systemic, none of this would have happened.
yeah.
Like that's the biggest thing in that whole argument is when they still talk about that. You go, Barack Obama would not have been president.
See,
That's I mean, and they lost right there. And
yeah.
Oprah wouldn't be as rich as she is.
And the other one that's funny too was it's like the British dude who's like the Larry King. He's like a very
Oh,
British like
Pierce Morgan.
I think so.
Yeah.
Where like he's like, what if I were to say I identify as a black lesbian?
Yes. Yeah.
That one was awesome. And
And they told him that he couldn't.
they're like, well, that's just ridiculous. And he's like, exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, why can't I?
Yep.
You're saying all the like you opened the door to
Anything.
ridiculousness.
Yes. But I can't say it because I'm a white man. And he goes, so that's wrong when I say it. And they're like, well,
yeah. You just see like the stuttering brigade.
Yep.
That was awesome.
I forgot the other one where it was a dude was talking to some girl at a college, and she's like, "Well, you're a guy." He goes, "Oh, how did you just assumed my gender?" And she's like, all right, yeah, you're right. He goes, "Yeah. What if I say I'm a black lesbian dolphin or something like that?" And she's like, "All right, now you're just being ridiculous." He goes, "No, I'm not. This is what I identify as. So how can you tell me what's ridiculous to identify as when all these people identify as all these other things,
Yeah.
but I can't identify as a black lesbian dolphin?"
That's fucking stupid, dude.
Yeah. And then he goes, "It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it?" And she's like, "Well," he goes, "Exactly."
Yeah, because it does.
Yeah.
Like, as sad as it is to, like, dude, their whole argument crumbles on itself because they open that door to how ridicule you can be, and it's like they never thought that it would come back and bite them in the ass because they're like, well, I'm just trying to get my stuff out there, and it's like, well,
Yep.
but you opened it for everybody.
What's his name? I can't think of it. Is it Matt Walsh?
Yeah.
The one with the beard?
Yeah.
When he was talking with this trans person,
with the
And
beard, the trans person with the beard.
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no, no. They had long hair, and it was talking about how there's women out there who can't get pregnant.
yeah, they're the pregnant people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he's like, well, yeah, there's women out there that there's a genetic defect that they can't have babies, but they
yeah,
have the same things to have babies,
yeah,
and they're going back and forth, back and forth. He's like,
yeah. That's the one. The dude with the he's got long hair. He's got the makeup. But he's
but
got a beard.
he doesn't have a beard, does he?
Yeah,
The one where he's talking about like, because the guy said he was an EMT, and he goes, all right. In your professional medical opinion, if you came across a man who was trans and said that he was
I
having a
think yeah, I think
miscarriage,
that's the one.
would
Were
you?
they like on a talk show?
No, it was like a seminar,
Oh,
and
okay.
he's like, all right, so like they had this argument going back and forth, and he broke it down for him, and he goes, all right, so you're working as an EMT, and you get a call for a person having a miscarriage. You get there, and it is a trans male, a person who was born with a penis, says that he thinks that he's having a miscarriage. Would you treat him for that? And the person stutters for a second, and they're like, look. And then he goes, or they go, no. And he goes, all right, that's all I needed to hear. And everybody
I
else
think
is just like,
Chappelle has a joke around that too, about like if somebody got injured and they think they're or they identify one way and they're not.
mm-hmm.
It's like the only way we could treat him is by sucking his dick. I don't have a dick. Some shit like that. It's fucking funny, dude. Because he's got jokes that are way out there, like um, the only way to treat cancer is Michael Jackson sucks your dick. But since there's so many cases against him, he's like, Michael, we need you to suck our dick. I can't.
I did like the one where he was talking
Not
about
no more.
he was talking about the alphabet people,
Yeah.
and the one like that worked with him on Comedy Central or whatever,
Mm.
and he would walk into the room strutting her stuff, and then just like throw his dick on the table and just like, don't need it.
That's so stupid.
Uh,
Yeah. Yep, that door is open. Man.
they're the coldest people out there.
Yeah,
They cut their own dicks off.
dude.
I don't get it.
I don't follow it either, but
Do you ever feel like you're a woman on the inside?
no,
Yeah, me neither.
no. There's no confusion up here, in here,
There's
anywhere.
no confusion anywhere for me.
No, no.
Even though I have to say, on a real humid day, I kind of feel like wearing like a dress or something would be all right, just because the flow of wind.
Well, that's why you wear shorts, man.
Well, I know.
Yeah, get
But
that breeze up there and
yeah.
in your. Oh, so funny story, because I was just about to say that up in your gooch. So I didn't know this because like apparently I'm old.
Okay.
I didn't know gooch was the
Yeah.
devil's driveway.
Uh huh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the good old taint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is when I worked at the warehouse, and we were talking about like they were like, we're gonna get lunch. What do you want? And I'm like, oh, whatever. It's all gooch. But I meant like it's all good. Like it's all gooch. And they're just like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it's all good. Whatever you want is fine. I'm like, whatever you guys are getting, it's all gooch. Because I forgot where I heard that, and they meant it in like the good, like it's
I've
good.
never heard anybody say it's all Gucci.
I think it was like a Jane Silent Bob thing.
Oh, I did hear it's all Gucci and the Coochie.
No,
I
not
heard
like
that one. I never heard it's all Gooch.
Maybe, but anyway, they were all like, and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? And they're like, that's like that. And I'm like, are you talking about the devil's driveway, the taint? I'm like, I'm not afraid to say those words because I'm an adult and I know what we're talking about and we're just describing. I'm not saying like, lick my taint or anything. I'm just like, is this what you're talking about?
Wow.
And then
talking about lunch to licking taints, like
because they confused me, so I was like,
warehouse did you work at?
I was disoriented.
So
they're like, no, that's what this means. So check this out. These people that knew what that meant didn't know what a Prince Albert was.
Oh, okay.
And it was funny because
so they're all licking taints, but they don't know what a Prince Albert is.
Right. So the funny thing is, I forgot why the Prince Albert thing came up, but they're like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "If you don't know what it is, I can't tell you." I'm like, "You gotta look it up." I'm like, "Look it up, like on your phone though." I was like, "Don't look it up on the work computer." They're like, "Why is it like?" I'm like, "Yes, it's a thing." And they're like, "Okay." So then I go back to my little desk and I'm working, And I just hear this Mexican chick, Bianca. She screams like, "Oh hell no!" And I was just like, "Yep." She looked it up. I was just giggling. I'm like, "She fucking found it."
Huh? Yeah,
So then I just poke out of my little cubicle. I'm like, "Did you look it up?" She's like, "That's nasty." And I was like, "That's what people do."
mhm. No, she's all talking about rim jobs and tossing
Oh,
salads and
nobody
shit.
said rim jobs, dude, or
Oh,
tossing salads.
it's
I
right.
just didn't
It's right
know.
here. It's right down the driveway. All you gotta go is park it in the garage.
Yep.
If you really think about it, here, if you want
I
to
said
put,
around. Don't put it in.
if you really want to go in the perspective of the whole house,
Yeah,
that driveway is right next to the garage.
true.
All right.
But anyway,
Anyway,
I thought that was fucking hilarious, dude.
man.
How they were just like, "Oh yeah, that means that," and I'm like, "Huh." I'm like, "You kids, you crazy kids, but you don't know what a Prince Albert is."
Yeah, but yeah, the gooch is all in that same area.
I can't say gooch to mean good anymore, man.
Nope.
That kind of makes me sad.
Yeah, no. Gooch just means gooch.
Yeah.
Unless you say
Gucci new cheese.
no, Gucci and the coochie.
Yeah,
Yeah. Now that I guess is a good thing. I guess I don't know.
I guess.
I don't know.
Anyway, moving on away from alphabet people
Gucci's and
and
coochies and
yes, the
eating salads.
erotical theme.
Sam Adams, good job.
Sam Adams, man, you gotta try that Utopias.
Yes.
That'll
I'm
make
gonna
me
set up a GoFundMe for us.
do it.
It's either gonna be a GoFundMe to get us
It's gonna be a
Utopias.
GoFundMe or a Go Fuck You.
Yeah. That's what we're gonna get. They're gonna get a GoFundMe. Everybody's gonna say "Go fuck you."
Yeah.
Even though there was a chick who put up a GoFundMe
Mm,
just for everybody to give her $1,
yeah.
and was it 8.1 or 8.8 million people gave her $1.
That's how OnlyFans begins, man.
No, it was on GoFundMe.
Yeah,
It wasn't through
that's
OnlyFans.
before there was OnlyFans. It was on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah. Talking about
Well, see, here's the thing.
the
Like,
gooch. There's a lot of gooch in fucking OnlyFans.
there was like this supervisor I used to work with. He had a thing where he fell into a coma and they needed to put money together quick.
Mhm.
So they set up a GoFundMe because the insurance wasn't going through.
Yeah.
And then, without disclosing names or anything, they got all this money together, thousands and thousands of dollars,
Mhm.
and at the end, the insurance came through. So when this dude got better,
He kept that shit.
he was just on Amazon all the time.
Yeah.
He's like, "Ooh, compressor, I'm gonna buy this."
Yeah.
Like, dude, you already got two. I could use a third.
I have a friend who got hurt at work.
Yeah.
And they raised a couple $100,000 for him, but the insurance was going to cover it all.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just his money now.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, more power to him. So he'll never be able to work again.
Yeah.
I mean, not the job that he was doing. He has to do another job now.
Yeah.
But still, he got
He's got that safety net.
that money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then there's us
And then there's us. You can't get a penny.
talking about gooches.
Alphabet people and such.
Yep, he didn't even know what a fucking gooch was.
Well, it was different growing up.
It's not different. It never changed.
Well, dude, the gooch was not the gooch when we were growing up.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, yeah, it was.
When did the gooch come into effect?
When did the gooch come into effect?
Yes. When did that word get coined as being the taint?
I've always known it as the gooch in the taint. But I mean, like, I forgot who said it. But I remember it there. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. But you were an adult when you realized this.
No, I was a teenager.
No, you
Yeah.
can't go that far back.
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Yes.
Anyway, you're lying through your teeth.
No, I'm not.
You lying son of a gun.
Nope. I forgot the girl's name, but she told me all about it.
She
So
was like, "Hey, let me lick your gooch." Oh, you was like, "What's that?" Oh.
she told me about it, and I'm glad I said no because she had a really weird Halloween party.
Yeah.
Didn't go to it, so
Yeah.
I forgot her last name. I will not say her first name. But we went to high school with her, and dude, this is back in the days of AOL Instant Messenger,
Oh yeah.
and this chick would send me IMs all the time.
Mm.
because we were sophomores, pretty sure. Yeah, she was a year older than us, so she was a junior. And dude, she would send me IMs all the time, like, "Hey, I want to meet you over on this side of the school." And I'm like, "What?
Was
What?"
she like, you don't know this, but later on, you're gonna see me on
Well, she would
OnlyFans.
no, like she would always like bring stuff up to me, and I'm like, "What?" She's like, and I never really, I still only saw her like 3 or 4 times, like
Mm.
in person. So always, I never really like actually saw this chick.
Yeah.
Like would barely see her like when passing, and she'd just say hi to me. But
Mm.
she would send me shit on Instant Messenger all the time, like, "I want to meet you here so we could do this, that, and the other." And I'd always be like, "Yeah, no, no."
Yeah.
And then finally, she invited me to this Halloween party that she was having. And she's like, "Hey, you really need to come through, blah, 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 blah." I'm like, I'll see. Maybe, I wasn't going to go. Fuck that. I wasn't gonna do that shit. So then that party happens, and I come to find out everything that was going on at that party.
What was it,
And
like a massive orgy?
just wait, just wait. So, like, one of our friends who we would talk to,
Mm.
um, who crazy guy that we both know. Anyway, I'll tell you his name later.
Mm.
He's kind of filling me in about the party because he went because she lived like right down the street from him.
Okay.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay, dude. Like, yeah, what happened?" He goes, "Dude." He's like, I got to the house, and like, she had the party. Like, no, neither one of her parents were home, so she had the house to herself.
Uh-huh.
And it was the inside, then the outside, and then she put up. They had like they had a shed in the backyard, and she decked it all out with like a mattress and all this other kind of shit and everything, and like put like weird lamps and shit and like a thing over the door. She pokes her head out. She goes, "Any dude or chick who wants anything can come get it." And she just sat in her little shed, and a line formed, and one at a time, just
Take a number.
one would go in, another one when he was done or she was done. One would, just the old switcheroo.
Yeah.
And probably a good 8 or 9 down the road, um, our mutual friend goes in there, partakes in things,
Mm.
and ends up snowballing with this girl.
Ugh.
Yeah, and he's telling me this, and I'm like, bro, I'm like,
Like his own or
well, I mean, there was 10 other ones in there before him.
yeah, but like
She ain't washing that shit out.
I know.
But I'm like, dude, you probably had like a whole bunch of other people's stuff,
That
like
dude
all,
sucked my dick.
and I'm just like, bleh.
Yeah.
And then she fucking tried messaging me after that. I'm like, dude, don't even talk to me. I'm like, you're fucking gross.
Write the dude's name down. I need to know who this is.
Oh, once
So
you
you don't
see,
say it on the air. I'm just gonna be like, oh,
once you see it, you are not gonna be surprised. That's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna be like, all right, I saw it. I can see it. I can see it. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Let's see.
oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's pretty wild.
yes, really good, funny story with him too. But
He told me like once he found out I got married, like we didn't keep in touch or anything, but I saw him on Facebook. But he like once he saw my wife, he's like, she's too hot for you, dude, and I was just like, fuck you, asshole.
did I remember we were in sex ed during like study hall.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they taught it for some reason, and it was a chick who wasn't even a teacher. She was like some random chick that came in just to teach it.
Yeah,
And they were
I think I
talking,
remember.
and they were talking about condoms and stuff.
Yeah.
And she asked, she's like, "So when people, who of you that are sexually active, like who doesn't use condoms?" And he was just like, he put his hand up in the air, and she's like, "Oh, really? Like, what do you? Why don't you?" He goes, "I have a foolproof method." And she's like, "Oh, really?
Do tell.
He goes, she's like, "Really? So, like, what is this method?" He goes, "Just when I'm about to go, I pull out and I nut on her face." And I'm sitting next to him, and I'm eating my lunch, and I'm just like, I'm like, dude, did you really just say that? He's like, what? That's what I do. I'm like, yeah, but I'm sitting next to you and we're talking all the time. So now I'm like guilty by association here because now she's drilling both of us. And I'm like, nope, I don't do anything like that. This is new to me. This is new.
What is sex?
I'm like, what are girls? Girls? Oh, that's what those are. Oh, okay. Never knew that. And he's just like, yeah, this is what I do. And I'm like, oh, dude.
Man, that
I'm
dude
like,
is.
why are you doing this to me? And then like two 2 weeks later was the Halloween party, and it all
Yeah,
made sense.
yeah, that dude is pretty nuts. He's funny though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dude, it's just like all the stupid shit that we were seeing at those homecoming parties. What
Well,
all?
there was this
What
this
all those names that will remain nameless
there's
of
this
the
dude
things
that
that they were doing.
true. There's this dude I used to work with, who he was with his girlfriend for the longest time, and guy talk. He was like, yeah, I don't wear a condom. Well, dude, you're not married, dude. You just live together, but like you're not worried about getting it. He's like, nah, dude. He's like, I've been pulling out for 8 years straight. He's like, I got that shit down, and we're like, 8 years straight. I don't know, man.
The pre stuff is more dangerous than the regular stuff.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I think we were like, dude, you might be shooting blanks.
Could be
Now he's got a kid now, so like he got married and all that. He got married on my birthday
to the
a
same
couple
chick.
years ago. Huh?
To the same chick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it worked
Yeah.
out then.
You know where? He lived close to fuck, where was it? So in high school, I don't know if you remember this kid Eric Ratliff. He used to hang out with all those douchebag Weimer brothers and shit,
Okay.
and like Kyle Pink and those dudes. He used to hang out with those dudes, that
Okay.
crowd, and he beat on his girlfriend. This was in high school. So
You should try not to drop names. Just letting you know.
okay, whatever. I don't give a shit. Anyway, he beat on this girl. I forgot her name. Can't remember it. But like half the football team was like, "We're gonna go beat the shit out of this kid. We're like, we're gonna fuck him up." And I'm talking like the big dudes.
Uh-huh.
They're like, "We're going." I was like, "Okay, I guess we're going." So that was the crowd I hung out with. So we couldn't. We didn't find him, but they said the dude was fucking running. Like he didn't go to school for like a week. I don't know if they pressed charges on him or whatever, but the dude was like running for his life because he's like, everybody wants to beat your ass, dude. And coincidentally, the guy that I know lived across the street from
Hmm.
where we went to look for this dude. And I think we went to the girl's house because that's where they were like, oh, he's over there. Anyway,
God, why the fuck you have to bring us down, dude?
bring it down.
I'm talking about funny shit, and you're talking about chasing after people. Man.
Well,
Such a.
so this dude, anyway,
just
he one time
such a
he
Debbie
got
Downer.
he got so fucked up he tried to take a shit in his oven. He's that fucked up.
All right.
It's pretty funny because I saw him. Like he's like, I'm gonna go take a shit, and then I walk out, and I see him in this kitchen, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He's got his pants down with the oven door open. He's like, I'm taking a shit. I'm like, please tell me you didn't shit yet. He's like, it won't come out. He's like, but I'm baking a cake, and I'm like, go to the bathroom, dumbass. He was fucked up.
That sounds gross. All right.
Yeah, that dude's a goof ass. He was the 8 years pulling out method guy.
Okay. Clearly, intelligence is not one of his things. So.
I guess not.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
Dude.
What?
I don't know. Just thinking about some of the other stupid shit.
High school stupid shit?
Oh yeah, got plenty of it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, we did have a non-official
High school reunion?
20-year high school reunion.
See, I'm on that group,
Uh,
and I got invited, but I don't know if I should have gone because I didn't graduate from there either.
I don't know.
I didn't go regardless, but
Yeah.
I would have been. Because they just had the one for Plainfield too.
Yeah.
And that one I got invited to, but I was like, I didn't even really know that many people there. I knew like Bronski, Phil, and maybe a handful of people. That's it.
Yeah. Part of me was like, no. I thought about it for a second because I'm like, I'd go for a second. Just be
Yeah.
like, I don't like any of you people, and I just walk away.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I'd have to drive all the way out to there. It's like a
Yeah.
good 45 minutes away,
Yeah.
and it's not worth it.
No. I'll catch you all on the 50-year reunion.
I had to pick up a friend of mine from there one
Yeah.
time. Yeah, it was well, she wasn't really a friend of mine.
Mm.
It was a weird situation too. Fun and fun. It was actually yeah. I mean, I guess I could talk about it as long as I don't use her name.
Mm.
Yeah. So barely knew this chick, like just talking like just text messages. And one day she's like, "Hey, are you busy right now? Do you have your kids or anything?" I'm like, "No, no, I'm free. Like, what's going on?" And this is before Colleen, after Lynn's, so single time in there. I'm like, oh no, I got nothing going on. I'm just chilling at home, just dropped off the boys, whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, so we're just texting back and forth, and it's like, I don't know what time it was, maybe like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I'm like getting ready to be like, all right, I'm either gonna start drinking or I'm going to bed, one of the
Mm.
two. She's like, hey dude, can you do me a huge favor? I'm like, sure, what's up? She's like, I know we don't really know each other that well, but is there any way that you could pick me up from here and bring me home? Because I'm too drunk to drive, and like my friends are weirding me out here. Like, I don't want to be here anymore with my friends. Can you come pick me up? I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, where you at? And then she tells me, and I'm like, put in my phone and look. I'm like, fuck, dude, it's gonna be like 45 minutes to go get this bitch. I'm like, all right. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. All right, I'll go get you.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll be the nice guy. She needs help, whatever. She didn't live too far from me anyway. She
Mm.
lived like 10 minutes away from us. Actually, she lived 10 minutes away from us. So I go and get her, driving home, and then it annoyed me because this bitch was like drunk and obnoxious. And I'm like, oh God. So then she like takes off her shoes and she's like putting her feet all over my windshield, right?
Mm.
Because it was wintertime and it was like fogging up, and she was using her feet for some reason to like wipe the steam off of it. I'm like, bitch, your footprints. I don't want to see this shit, you know? So then she's like, oh, I need to call my mom. I gotta call my mom real quick. I'm like, okay, yeah, call your mom that you're on your way home, and that way she can open the door or whatever you need.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, hey, mom, Kyle came to pick me up. I'll give you a call in the morning, okay? And I'm like, huh? She's like, what? I'm like, give your mom a call in the morning. I thought you lived with your parents.
Mm.
She's like, yeah, we're going to your house, right? And I'm like,
No.
what? She's like, oh yeah, I told my folks that I was gonna go to your house for a little bit and then go home after that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm like, what? Do you want to come over? Like what? She's like, yeah, can we? She's like, I don't want to go home yet. I'm like, fine, whatever. I'm like, luckily you live right around the corner,
Close.
not too
Yeah.
far. I'm like, all right, so get back to my house and sitting there, hanging out, whatever. And she's, she calls her mom again. She's like, yeah, we made it to Kyle's house. I'll see you in the morning. Hangs up, and I'm like, what? What'd you just say? She goes, well, we're here. She's like, I'll just stay the night. I'm like,
Did you think about
what?
running that by me
I'm
first?
like, did you ever think about asking, or like, if that's cool or anything?
Yeah.
She's like, well, I thought you'd be okay with it. I'm like, not necessarily. I'm like, I don't really know you.
Yeah.
And then I go to the bathroom and I come out butt naked in my like by the windows by my house.
Mm.
And she's like, so do you really want me to go home?
Don't keep me in suspense, Cal.
You can use your imagination for the rest of it, dude.
I'm guessing you told her to put your clothes on.
Oh yeah,
Let's take
I
her
told her to
home.
put her clothes on and I brought her home.
Yeah.
I was not ready for that kind of commitment.
I figured you were a gentleman about it.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
nuts.
I believe you.
Yeah,
I can't believe she pulled a naked man on you.
oh dude, yeah, it was.
You've heard of the naked man, right?
Yeah. Oh, but this was like, I'm just like, hi, how's it going? I'm like, I just went to the bathroom and here you are. She's like, yeah, well, here I'm like.
So that's one of the. Well, they say the naked man 2 out of 3 times works.
Yeah.
And you were the exception. You were the one that it didn't work. Yes, you were the
Yeah,
one that
I know it didn't work. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, the naked man. I saw that
I
on.
dropped her off at her house and she wouldn't stop calling me
Hmm.
for like 2 months after that, and
Yeah.
then finally she like got the hint.
I remember when I saw that on How I Met Your Mother, the naked man.
Yeah, dude, I was not expecting that. Here I am trying to be a nice person, like, oh, she's like feeling awkward where she's at. I will.
Well, I had a, not me personally, but it was like a bunch of friends of ours. We had a situation similar to that where we like we would all hang out. This dude, he had an apartment because his parents were from out of town, so they bought an apartment for him and his sister to go to school in the town that we lived in.
Mm-hmm.
So his sister was generally never there, so it was just mainly him, and he would be like, "If you guys want to come over and crash here after we go to the club or whatever, it's all good." So like, all right, cool.
Is that one time she finally is there?
No, 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 no,
Oh.
no. So we go out to this club one time, and we have this one friend from school who's there, and she was pretty wrecked. Like she was gone. Like she was messed up. And this dude that we knew from school was kind of like a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
He was like all like, "Oh, come here," and she's like, "No, get away from me, get away from me." So we're like, "Hey, come hang out with us. We'll take care of you." Like we're not like we are all like, "This is our friend. We're not gonna get her any more alcohol. We're just
Yeah.
gonna like hydrate her or whatever." So she was still pretty messed up by the end of the night. So we're like, "All right, how are you gonna get home? Do you have a way home?" She's like, "Oh yeah, I got my car." We're like, "You're not fucking driving." We're like, "No." She had a kid, by the way. So we're like,
With
"All
her?
right, huh?"
Was the kid with her?
No.
Well,
Oh, so we're
it
like,
is Mexico. I don't know.
there was like five of us.
She's partying with the kid in here, like, "Ooh, hold
No.
my beer.
No.
I need two hands."
There was five of us, and we're like, "All right, we all need to decide what we're gonna do, and we all need to be, honorable about this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we take her back to the apartment, nobody's gonna fuck her because she's blasted out." I'm like, "This is a rape situation."
That's fucked up that you guys had this discussion.
No, like, because we had to, dude. Because we were like, we need to make this clear. Like, nobody's gonna fucking touch her. We're gonna put her in a room.
Jeez, yeah, some
She's
fucked
going
up
to
friends,
bed.
man. My friends would just be like, "Hey, she's going to bed over there,"
Yeah.
and we pushed her over
No,
there
no,
and
no,
just
no,
leave
no.
her.
We're just like, nobody's gonna do nothing. Okay. We just had to get it all. So she left with us. She was pretty fucked up. One of my buddies kind of did make out with her, but I was like, this is on the way home.
All right, all right, all right. That's fine, guys. That's fine.
I was like, dude, it's not gonna happen, right?
he's like, "Oh, I was about to, but you guys."
Yeah. Dude, she was trying to make out with me, and I was like, no. I was like, you're too fucked up. I was like, this. I'm like, no. So we did take her back, and we put her in a room, and we're like, nobody's going in there. Just let her sleep it off. And the next day, we were all fucking just hanging out in the fucking living room, cooking up breakfast and shit. She wakes up. She's like, hey, she was like one of the dudes. She's like, what's up? Was breakfast ready? We're like, oh, nice to see you're doing okay because you were about to die yesterday. She was like almost alcohol poisoning drunk. And we're like, do you remember anything? And she's like, not really. We're like, okay, cool, whatever. And then we're like, do you need a ride to your car? So we took her to get her car, and then she went home. But it was kind of like one of those situations, and I was just like, what the fuck? I'm like, well, like, I don't know if she went to the club with this guy or whatever, but like they got into it, and she was like, I'm out. I'm getting fucked up, and I got my own car, so see you later.
Yeah.
But she got so blasted that she couldn't drive home.
Mm-mm-mm.
Responsibility.
Yeah, dude. No, that chick was just using it as a ploy for me to get back to my house.
Yeah, she wanted to anchor you down.
Yeah, that didn't happen. So, dodged a bullet.
Yeah,
Then I had another crazy bitch trying to break into my house.
I remember that.
Should have.
Did you ever fix that door?
I'm going to. Well, no, because I have to replace the whole frame. So I have to do the whole frame and then a new outside door too.
That's pretty funny. When you told me she kicked the door in, I was like,
She almost did. I opened the door.
She fucked up your frame.
as
That's pretty close to
As
breaking
there was a
it in.
gun pointed at her.
Yeah, still though.
And the best part, dude, the best part about the whole thing is that the dude that she was hooking up with that night dropped her off and was sitting outside.
It's sad.
I'm looking at her like, what are you doing? Who the fuck's in the house? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Who the fuck's in the house with you? I'm like, nobody. I just got off of work and I'm going to sleep. Like, leave me the fuck alone. And then as I'm sleeping, what the hell's that? Look out the front, nothing. Look out the back door. I see this crazy chick trying to kick in my back door. Open the
In the
door.
in the literal sense.
Yes. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I want to know who this bitch is that's in the house. I'm like, well, there ain't nobody in the house but me. And what are you doing here? And she's yelling and screaming. And I just look over because I'm standing outside. And I look at her and I look out onto the street and there's a car sitting there with a dude. And I'm like, was that the dude that you were with last night? And she didn't answer anything. I'm like, hang on one second.
That's my brother.
No, no. I'm like, just hang on one second. I put all her shit in a bag, tied it up, threw it over the fence, over by his car. I'm like, bro, take her shit and take this hoe and take her home. And he looked at me. He's like, what? I'm like, take her shit and take this hoe and take her home. And I looked at him like, I'm like, get off my property. I'm like, you don't need to be here. Don't ever call me. Don't ever text me. Like, just leave me alone.
Mm.
And you need to leave now. I'm like, you need to leave right now. Like, you should be walking to his car right now.
Yeah.
And like, and then she's sitting on my front porch. I'm like, I come outside. I'm like, are you dumb? I'm like, you need to go. And this dude's still sitting in front of my house.
Mm.
I'm like, bro, pick her up and take her
Was
back to
she
your.
drunk?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, take her back to your house, wherever you were having her, or you take her to her house and you can have her there. I'm like, she doesn't need to be here anymore. Like, you really need to get rid of her completely. Yeah, dude, that shit was fucking insane.
Did she end up getting pregnant by that dude?
No, different dude.
Oh.
And then that's another thing, dude. Like, dude would fucking like, they were still talking to me and like try to bring me into that stuff. I'm like, you guys need to get me out of this.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? I'm like, I called the dude one time, like, look, bro, you gotta put this shit in check because she's coming around my house still. She's texting me, calling me, all this shit. I'm like, I don't need this.
Yeah.
I'm like, you need to either get this shit in lockdown or have, delete my phone number from her phone and make sure it stays deleted. I'm like, I don't need this. I don't need people coming around my house and all this other stuff. Like, I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
And then finally he kind of got the hint. But yeah, dude, that was a situation and a half, bro.
I believe you.
Yeah, crazy shit. Crazy
Life
shit.
gets in the way.
Oh yeah. I'm glad that obstacle is completely gone.
Yeah.
So that would have been a mess. A
Yeah.
fucked up mess. And I'm happy. I'm happy where I'm at now.
Good.
So yeah. I wouldn't be able to do this, that's for sure.
Well, that's true. Good old Boston Lager.
Yeah. I can't go wrong with a Sam Adams.
Yeah.
And this is usually the time of year that I want Sam Adams.
Mm-hmm.
That like fall, almost winter time, like football season. Football season is a big time when I want Sam Adams.
Yeah. Well, it's been nice the past couple days because we got that cold couple days.
Oh, I know, but it's that
Yeah.
October, November,
It's hoodie weather.
Yeah.
That's my favorite time of year.
And then when December comes around, all right, this is gonna sound really cheesy, but in December I do love their like Christmas, not Christmas, but their winter variety pack, just because it's like Christmas themed shit, and I love when I have the house decorated for Christmas, and the boys are sleeping, and it's just really warm in the house.
Yeah.
Like, I'll sit there and I'll just have one of these, and it just makes me think about Christmas time and the whole season. Like, it just brings me back every year, like, to when they were babies, and now they're getting older. Like, it's something that I use to reminisce.
Yeah.
Every time about that.
It's good times, man.
until I saw what the GameStop bill is going to be this year.
Uh, is it over
$961
for both?
total
That's not bad.
for a PS5, a controller, and 4 games.
That's not that bad.
Dude, but I still have to buy them clothes. I was like, when I
So it's not 900.
just no,
and
just the
some-
GameStop order,
Yeah.
just the GameStop order.
Well, I mean, you start making payments now.
I know. I'm going. Oh, it's gonna be payments.
Yeah.
I ain't paying that shit off right away.
No.
It's gonna be 4 installments on PayPal.
You don't want to throw in that Utopia's bottle there
No, no,
in installments.
no. That could be later.
No, yeah, big purchases like that, you want to break them down.
Yeah.
Throughout a couple months, maybe.
It'll be
Like,
it'll be 2 months.
I just finished paying off my electric drum set in September.
Really?
Got the last bill.
Oh.
It's done and paid for.
How
I
long have you
haven't
had
touched
that?
it. I bought it 2 years ago for
Really?
my birthday. Yeah.
Huh. I feel like
was,
you had it longer than that.
No, 2 years this September,
Huh.
and I haven't touched it in a while, which makes me kind of like sometimes I'm like, but then I see like a real kit, and I'm like, I should have bought a real kit. It was almost the same amount.
I like the electric drums that look like real kits.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going to fucking Guitar Center and just listening to people pretend like they knew what they were doing.
Like me.
Yeah. Well, and then I'd go there with Myron, and then Myron would just fucking blow everybody away.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "You asshole." Then I was looking at getting a guitar,
Yeah.
a new one, a new electric, and an amp.
Nice.
Either a Riviera or a Telecaster.
What happened to your Gretsch? You were
Eh.
gonna get.
I know. I like the Riviera.
I just like the body of the Gretsch.
Yeah, me too. But I like the Rivieras.
Yeah.
If I had the money, I'd get
Both.
Oh yeah, but an ES 355. But those are like $8,000.
No, I'm happy with what I got. I like them both. Like I started out with that red Epiphone that I got over there, and that was like the first, like, oh, I can afford this. I'm gonna buy it.
I got rid of all my guitars, dude. All I got was 2 acoustics.
Yeah. But
Griffin has my. I don't know if he still has it. Somebody has my Blink 182 Stratocaster. That thing's worth like triple the value of what I got it for.
Yeah.
Don't know where it's at though.
But yeah, like, and then once I was like, I like the acoustic sound, so I bought the acoustic, and I went through a couple of tests, like sound tests, and I was like, the Gretsch, or not the Gretsch, the Ibanez, you like that twangy, happy sound.
Mm-hmm.
So if you tune it just right, it sounds really good. I love it.
Yeah, I do like your Gretsch though too. That's a
Yeah.
nice one.
And I had to look for it to get the color. It was used.
Yeah.
I bought it used. So yeah, I love that color. It's
Yeah.
good.
I want it's gonna probably be the Riviera in
Candy apple red.
Royal Tan.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's actually like a sunburst if you want to
Yeah.
look it up. It looks like it says Royal Tan, but it's like a really light sunburst. Yeah, Epiphone Riviera. And then just like it's tan burst. Or Royal Tan.
Royal tan.
Royal Tan. That's that first one.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks very classic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Well,
it's kind of like the same body as the Gretsch.
So it's based off of the actual original Epiphone Riviera
Mm-hmm.
before Epiphone was bought by Gibson.
Yeah.
They're their like highest competitor. So it's got mini humbuckers and yeah, it's pretty nice, dude. It has the frequencator tailpiece.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Is it hollow too? Hollow body?
Semi hollow. Yeah,
so it's kind of like
there's a center block down the middle. Because you have the Riviera was the semi hollow and then the Casino is the hollow body.
Yeah.
In the Casino, like there's feedback like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, this one's a semi hollow too.
Yeah, so there's a center block of wood
Mm-hmm.
straight down the center.
Yep. Yeah. I like that sometimes like I could like if you ever played an electric guitar without being amped up, you could barely hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could hear it if you're playing it, but 10 feet away, you just hear somebody's like strumming
Yeah.
something. You can't really make out the notes. But with this, since it's semi hollow, you could kind of, you know, it's not as loud as an acoustic, but you can make out the notes and shit.
Yeah.
That's why I like it. That's why I got that one too.
And I like Gretches too. Gretches are always nice too.
Yeah, it's got that whammy included.
Yeah. Well, that's why if you looked up the Noel Gallagher Gibson ES355, that's like $20,000.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, that thing is insane. ES355. Yeah, there's a limited edition run. Yeah, 14,000 on Reverb.
damn, that's nice looking.
Yeah, dude. Semi hollow, ebony fretboard, gold hardware. Has the Veritone switch on it. Bigsby tailpiece. Yeah. Relic neck.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a sweet looking guitar.
that is a sweet looking guitar. Gotta get 14K.
There's other things I gotta buy first before I get that, dude.
Yeah, you gotta get that PS5.
Gotta get that PS5. Gotta get that new back door. Gotta sell that house.
Yeah.
Got that wedding I gotta pay for.
Oh yeah, there is that.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I just told Colleen that like I won't be able to use my vacation for a whole year, and then like my year is up like the week before the wedding. So I'm like, I have to put in for that vacation those days, like the day of my year anniversary.
I'm sure they'll give it to you.
Well, they already like I already told them like, hey man, I just need these days off. And they're like, all right.
There you go.
And, like we might have to have the bachelor party just be like a random thing. So
Yeah, we could plan out like a holiday weekend or something,
what the hell is
like
that?
a 3 day weekend or
Oh,
something.
that's that mic part. I was like the cables is like,
Oh, the splitter.
yeah. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, we got that so we can have guests on.
No, but it
here.
was the way it was like, like the thing was so loud.
Yeah, we got metal under the table, dude.
I know.
Sturdy table, and then it all comes down.
It's all right. This table was a bitch to put together. It was so heavy.
Well, it wasn't a bitch to put together as much as it was heavy.
Well, I'm just saying it was a bitch because of how heavy it was.
Yeah,
It was a huge bitch.
that's a huge bitch. Oh man, I've been watching Eddie Griffin shorts. You know Eddie Griffin, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's one that he did in a movie where he plays like a white redneck.
Oh Jesus.
I won't say anything else. You gotta watch it though. It's fucking funny, dude.
It says
Because you
it-
see him and you're like, that's Eddie Griffin, and he's like in whiteface. So it's fucking funny, dude. Because he's like so racist, and I'm like, and then if you have ever seen his comedy specials, he
Yeah.
talks about he's like I prefer those guys because they're like upfront about like they'll call you the N word up to your face like, oh, you're all funny, you know, whatever.
Mhm.
And I was just like, oh my god. And then he goes and plays one on a fucking movie. I was like, oh, this dude's
See,
he's crazy.
I told Emmett for his Halloween costume because he told me what he was, and
Ah.
I was like, "Oh, buddy, I'm like, I can't paint your face black. I just want you to know that, right?"
What do you want to be?
He was Kylian Mbappe.
I don't know who's killing Mbappe.
He's like the newest, like greatest soccer player of
Okay.
this generation,
Okay.
and he's black.
Okay.
I was like, buddy, I can't do that. He goes, well, why would I want to do that anyway? That's stupid. I'm like, whew, all right,
Yeah.
thank God. Like, you'll just wear
Oh,
the
just
jersey.
wear the jersey.
Like,
Yeah.
you'll just wear the jersey and stuff. He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool, we're good. And then Braxton was messy.
Ah.
I'm like, all right, cool, all right. Well, you don't need to. You kind of, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
You get past as Argentinian.
Yeah.
They're all like German anyway, so it's okay.
Yeah.
No, but Mbappe is he plays for Paris Saint Germain. He's like he right now he is
He's on his way
he's the greatest soccer player right now.
of his time.
Of right I'm talking about
Of right now.
right now he is the
Like he's
greatest.
better than Messi.
Well, I'm talking about age wise because he's 23 or 24. I'm talking about right now,
Yeah.
playing right now. He is the best player playing right now.
I know, man. Messi's still pretty fucking good. So is
But
Cristiano
he's on.
Ronaldo.
But Messi's in MLS now
Hmm.
at Inter Miami, and fucking Ronaldo is in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. So.
They're not even like the competition is different. Like he's playing in France in Ligue 1 or whatever it's called.
Hmm.
But like I'm looking at it like when you go based
Well,
off
they're
of,
just playing at different cups because they're in different countries.
yeah, but the quality of play in Saudi Arabia and MLS isn't the same as Europe.
Well, yeah, but I think we could all agree that Messi was like,
Okay, no,
well, it's either retirement or I
yeah,
could play for a little bit longer.
I'm not talking about career body of work. I'm talking about
Okay, yeah, okay,
today
that I understand.
right now, November 6th, 2023.
Yeah, it's not like if you
The
put a
best,
24-year-old
yeah,
Messi
the best
versus him because
that
Messi
yeah,
would destroy
yes,
him.
that's different. I'm
Yeah.
talking about right now the 23, 24-year-old Kylian Mbappe is the best soccer player playing today, right now, currently.
Mm.
Like the dude's fucking insane.
Okay.
Now he's on PSG, which I mean he can leave and go to a better fucking team.
Yeah.
He'll never leave France. I don't see him leaving France.
Yeah.
Like on the well, no, dude, on the transfer market, just to talk to him, they're looking at 250 million just to do the transfer fee.
Euros?
Yeah,
What's that like pesos?
yeah, but still, this is a lot of
That's
fucking
the
money.
European
But
tender.
but I just I could see him staying in France because he's from France,
Yeah.
and I could just see him staying at PSG and be the god of PSG.
Yeah.
You know, and they'll pay him
Well, it
whatever.
depends because I mean, it all depends on if the team is good.
They're okay.
Yeah.
Like
See, that's the thing.
Neymar left to go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, but
Messi
Neymar.
left to go
I
to
think
MLS.
Neymar Jr. was like way overrated.
Neymar was good. He just got hurt all the time.
Yeah, that's what
You
I'm
know.
saying. Like you touch him and be like, oh.
Yeah.
No, you want players who like fucking take a kick to the face like fucking Zidane.
Well, Zidane was headbutting people.
Yeah, but that dude was a monster.
Oh yeah.
Ronaldo, like the
Yeah.
old Ronaldo,
Yes.
like those dudes were fucking monsters.
Yeah.
Beckham was like he was in that crowd.
Uh-huh.
David Beckham.
Dude, Wayne Rooney. I
Yeah.
loved Wayne Rooney.
Oh, Wayne Rooney was still
When
like
I was telling Emmett,
Wayne Rooney was like the last of those guys.
yeah, I was telling Emmett about soccer players because he was talking about, you know, Mbappe and everything else, and he hates Messi.
Okay.
And I'm like, dude, I'm like, he's a Ronaldo guy.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo is a good player. I'm like, but he's selfish.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you ever watch the videos, like Ronaldo's taking shots when his teammates are wide open. I'm like, that's why people hated playing with him.
I'm surprised he's not a Zlatan fan. Does he know who's
Yeah,
Zlatan?
he likes Zlatan too.
Yeah,
But
that dude's a
yeah,
monster.
and he's a big uh, Holland fan too. The guy that's on Man City.
Mm.
But I told him like everybody liked playing with Messi because he was the star player, but he made sure if you were open, you were going to be the one that scored the goal.
Yeah.
Like he always did it. I showed him videos. I'm like, look, I'm like, there's four dudes on Messi, and he passes it to that guy to score a goal.
Yeah.
Four dudes on Ronaldo. He's the one still taking the shot,
Yeah.
and then looking at everybody else like, why didn't you do anything? Oh,
Yeah.
you know. And then I told them about like we were talking about the best like Manchester United players of all time, and we were ranking them, or they were looking at how they were ranked, and Ronaldo was like fifth or sixth, and they had Beckham before him, they had Wayne Rooney before him,
Yeah.
they had oh god, what the hell was his name? Fuck, I can't think of his name, but he was like Wayne Rooney. Why would I'm like, dude, I'm like, you got to look at how long Wayne Rooney and David Beckham played for Man U.
Yeah.
I'm like, Ronaldo played for a little bit and then left and went to Spain
Yeah.
and spent the majority of his career in Spain
Mm-hmm.
and then came back. And then when he came back, he was 36 years old
Yeah.
and he's fucking like, he was being a bitch and he rode the bench until they sold him to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, Wayne Rooney was a better Manchester United player.
Yeah.
Now, was he a better player than Ronaldo? No.
Probably not.
No, he was not. But I'm like, but he was a better Man U player. Oh God, Del Piero. That was the other guy I was thinking of. Del Piero was another one that was in front of him. But I'm like, but those are guys who spent like over 10 years
Yeah.
with Man U.
They made a career there.
Yeah. Like they didn't bounce around. Like Wayne Rooney, I think he spent his prime at Man U, and then he bounced around later because he was too old for them now, and then he would go to other teams.
Yeah.
You know,
So
yeah, but yeah, we do. We got
you got deep in it.
oh yeah, and he's
You
like,
were schooling him.
and he's like, he didn't even know that I knew that much.
Yeah.
I think
I didn't know you know that much. Google teaches you a lot.
no. I like a lot of sports, bro.
I know.
I like a lot of sports,
Yeah.
but Mbappe right now is talent wise, he's one of the best players playing right now. Like
Okay.
at the current game itself, yeah, he's at the top.
Okay.
So
Speaking of soccer, there was that story with that.
oh, don't say soccer in front of Emmett either,
Okay, football.
because he'll be like, "What's that? What's soccer?"
Yeah. Oh, he's one of those.
Yeah,
I like him.
and
I like him a lot now.
he calls
I like him more now.
he calls American football hand egg.
Hand egg.
Yeah, he's
Wait
like,
till he gets to like high school and he's like, "Oh, I like hand egg."
yeah, I know. He's like, why do you talk so much about hand egg? I'm like, what? He goes, hand egg. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, well, American football is hand egg to me because it looks like an egg and you use your hands.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, but what about soccer? He goes, what soccer?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Football.
I don't know what soccer is. I don't even know football.
Yeah. So there's a story about the dude who got divorced. Did you hear about that one?
Mm-mm.
So this dude, he's a soccer player, wealthy. I forgot his name. I can look him up, but for time's sake, I'm just gonna keep it short. He put all his assets in his mom's name,
Oh yeah, yes.
and he was married to this model. Then they got divorced,
And she got nothing.
and she sued him, and she got nothing.
Yeah, because it's all in his mom's name. Yeah.
And it ended up being counterproductive because she owed him.
Yep.
Because she had money.
Yeah.
So all he was making was going towards his mom.
Yeah.
Like he put everything in her name, all the assets, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
So he had.
Yes, I remember seeing.
Everybody's like, this dude's like a hero, like Johnny
Yeah.
Depp. Everybody's
He's
like,
a genius, dude.
yeah, they were like, this dude's a fucking he's a genius. And we're like,
He was like a Middle Eastern dude, wasn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, dude, and you think about it, you're like, dude, she was trying to take she was the one like, I want a divorce and I'm suing you for everything you've got, and he's just like, good luck with that.
Yeah, well, dude, I was talking about this with Colleen yesterday. She didn't realize how long that David Beckham and fucking what's her name were together.
Victoria.
Yeah, I'm like they have like a 20-something-year-old son. I'm like they've been together for like 30 years.
They were together when she was in the Spice Girls.
But they were
like
together
back in the 90s.
but they were together before they were like famous.
Oh yeah.
You know, she's like, for real? I thought
Well, she was kind of already.
but like to where they both blew up.
Yeah.
She's like, I thought they like were like a celebrity couple. Like, no, they've
been together for
like they were together for a long fucking
They were
time.
together when he had fucked up teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had fucked up teeth, right?
I'm sure he did. Most British people have fucked up teeth.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like, I didn't know that they were together for so long. And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of funny how they have this Netflix special right at the same time his fucking affair scandal comes out, where he was banging like the maid or something at the house.
Oh my god.
But then I'm like, all right, he's David Beckham. Like, most chicks were throwing themselves at him. So
yeah,
and I'm sure Victoria got nailed once or twice on the road too.
probably.
Like she's on Spice Girls World Tour. So
Spice up your life.
So fucking Hog comes out like, hey,
Yeah.
I'll spice up that life. And she's like, all right, fine. You know, and, you know, unfortunately, David sounds like the Geico Gecko.
No.
Yeah, they do. He sounds... They
The Geico Gecko has a deeper voice than David.
I know,
Beckham.
but I'm saying their voices are so similar. Like, they sound so much
What was
alike.
it Ryan Reynolds said? He's like, he sounds like he sex mouthed the balloon.
Yeah. But, yeah, she didn't
Mouth
know
sex the
how
balloon.
long that they were together. I'm like, yeah, dude, they were
Oh,
together
they've been
for...
together forever, dude.
Like, he was just coming up when they
Mhm.
when they got together.
Well, here's the thing, though. He was in the Manchester United when he was like a teenager.
Mhm.
Like they forged him basically.
I told Emmett, because Emmett's like, what's so big about him? I'm like, dude, the way that he could bend free kicks.
Yeah, bend it like Beckham.
Yeah, I'm like, they made a movie about what he does.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's all he did, really. I'm like, everything else he was just kind of eh.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but he could do a free kick like nobody else.
Except Roberto Carlos,
Yes, but I'm talking about like,
who's the only person who could do that kick.
yeah.
Nobody else has been able to reproduce that kick.
I was watching a video where they were asking him how he did it.
And he's like, I don't know.
He's like, I don't know, I just do it.
Yeah.
And they're like, and it was like, but what do you do?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I just do this, and
Yeah.
it goes like that, and goes over there.
It's like he bends the laws of physics, dude.
And I forgot who he was with. He was with shit. I forgot. Whoever I was watching a YouTube video on.
Was it Eric Fontana or whatever?
No,
The guy that got like banned. He was a Euro player.
no. It was a YouTuber. Oh, he
Okay.
was like showing him how to do it, and he was starting to get it, and he's like, "There you go, dude." That's what you do." And he's like, "But you're not teaching me anything." He goes, "Exactly. You just do it." And he's just like, he goes, "This is one of the most confusing conversations that I've ever had in my life." But then he started doing this, like,
It's like you don't. I can't teach you. You just feel the ball.
that's what he said. He's like,
Yeah.
"You just feel it, and it happens."
Yeah.
He goes,
That is one of the most amazing goals.
and then
in
he
history,
knows
though.
when he hits it wrong.
Yeah.
Like he was kicking, he was like, "Nope, that's wrong."
Yeah.
And then he'll do another one. He goes, "Ah, yeah, that was it."
Because that goal is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That one and like Zlatan's 500th goal.
Yeah.
Did you see that one?
Yeah, dude.
Where he just like back heeled it and went in. He's just like whatever.
Mm-hmm. Dude, it's crazy what some of those guys could do.
Yeah. There's this one kick by Zidane where he looks all goofy because he jumped and it looked like a flying kick, but like, dude, he scored.
Yeah.
It's like he knew they know how to fucking move, man.
Maradona's punch.
Oh,
punch
the hand of God goal. Yeah. That's one of the most confusing things because he did that in Mexico.
Yeah.
And to me, the most surprising thing is like, I think it was in a game against Mexico too.
Yeah, wasn't it the World Cup?
Yeah. No, but they were playing Mexico.
Yeah, I know, in Mexico.
And he scored.
Mm-hmm.
And in Mexico, that's like revered. That goals were. I'm like, he scored against us. I would understand if like Argentinians were like, oh yeah, Maradona did. I'm like, he scored against us. That's like the Ruben dude who fucking fell, and it was a penalty shot in like, what was it, 2016 or some shit. And he got a penalty, and he got Mexico disqualified because, or not disqualified, but he scored, so he got Mexico eliminated.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was like from Ukraine or Russia or something like that. And I'm like, that's like you fucking applauding that. Like that, it's the same thing. They cheated to score, and people are like, oh no, the hand of God. And I'm like, no, it was his fucking hand. It wasn't the hand of God.
Exactly, and it's clear as day. He's like,
Yeah.
oh.
I mean, he scored. He fucking cheated, and people are like, oh, Maradona, he's the best player. He fucking cheated, dude. I'm like, I don't understand how fucking 40 years later people are still applauding that.
Oh, I know.
I'm like, Jesus, whatever. But it's like, what's his name? The dude, Ruben something from the Netherlands or whatever that scored that or got that penalty shot for his country. And I'm just like, I can see in 20 years people are going to start cheering that guy. Oh, he got a penalty and he got us eliminated. Oh, praise him. I'm like, what the fuck? And Narcos took over. Yeah.
Somebody's a little butthurt right now.
I'm not buttered, dude. I'm just
back.
like,
I'll come back later.
It's kind of like, I don't want to say
no,
ashamed.
I get it because the Maradona one is fucking bogus as shit. Like it was clear as day. Like,
but no, the thing that gets it, like, it's bogus as shit. You know that, I know that. What I fucking hate is that people in Mexico revere this fucking guy, and I'm just like, he's a fucking cokehead who cheated, and you guys are still like, oh, he was the best soccer player that ever lived. I'm like, nah, not really. There was Pele too.
Yep.
Ronaldinho before he got fucking all drunk and shit. If that dude would have stayed clean, he would have been the fucking best ever.
Yeah.
Because that dude was like the ball was glued to his foot.
Yep.
And then there's Ronaldo, old Ronaldo, who now looks like future Maradona. You know?
That fucking haircut.
Oh yeah. The one that Emmett wants.
No, Braxton wanted that. I was like, nope.
Do it. I'll do it for him. I got fucking
no,
clippers
I
upstairs.
don't think so.
I'll cut his hair.
You could be getting fucking ass beating.
I'll be like, your daddy. He's gonna be my ass, but
Yeah, no, not happening. No.
Like, come on, you want those little antennas in the front? You want to look like Piccolo?
Yeah, no. He was in,
You want to look like a 16-year-old cholo girl? So they used to do. Remember?
Yep.
Fucking what's her name? Saldana. Used to have fucking like hit 20 pounds of gel on four
Yep. And
hairs.
the lip liner.
Yeah. And fucking they ran out of pencil on the eyebrows. He's like, oh, I need more
Wow,
eyebrows.
dude, he's only 47.
Who?
Ronaldo,
The older
Brazilian
Ronaldo?
Ronaldo. Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Their career's over when they're like fucking
I know, but it just
34.
seems like he just seems like he'd be so much older.
What do you think about it?
Because like
No, dude. Yeah, no. That's young.
yeah, like I was figuring he was like almost 60
Yeah.
because like how
Well, he played in the 90s.
yeah,
You do the math. That was what? He was like fucking 18, 20?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's 47 years old,
So 47.
and he's had one, two. He's had three wives.
Damn, 47. Take away 30 years. That's 17. Yeah, dude. He was like fucking 20 when he was playing the World Cup.
Yep. His career ended in 2011.
Yeah, but he wasn't no World Cups no more after like 98.
No, but I mean that was he was 30, 35.
Yeah, that's usually around where the career ends. Like I think the player that was the longest was a goalie, and he was still playing when he was like 39.
Yeah.
But he was a goalie.
Ronaldinho's 43.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Roberto Carlos.
He's probably up to Ronaldo. Probably 47, 45.
50.
Dude.
Roberto Carlos is 50.
50.
Uh, Rivaldo. Rivaldo's 51. Roberto Carlos singer?
Oh, yeah.
Wrong Roberto Carlos, dude.
This thing is so crazy, dude.
The top 10.
Yeah. I just wanted to see that one. It's got to be on here. It's got to be like number one. You know? It's got to be on here. Look at that shit, dude. This reminds me of Jamie Tart when they're all like, "Hey, Jamie,"
Oh, yeah.
and they're like, "What
Especially
are we doing?"
that one that's really, really far. Like,
Yeah.
what's he going to do? He's going to fucking make it.
No, he's like, "Do we need to do a trick play?" Blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and then they're like, and yeah, Roy's like, "No, little prick's gonna make it from here." Yeah, that was pretty cool.
In FIFA 23, you could play as AFC Richmond.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was playing against Emmett, and Emmett was who was he? He was Chelsea, and I was AFC Richmond, and I beat the shit out of him like 6-2.
Dude, I don't know if you remember, like, it was FIFA '98, dude. I used to always. That was the game where you could kick the ball out of the goalie's hands.
Yes, that was the glitch, dude.
Yeah, that was
yes,
the glitch.
Or you stood right in front of him, and he'd kick it off your head, and it would go right in.
Yep.
Yes.
So my brother would always used to be like, let's play, because he thought since I was a little kid he was gonna beat me, and I would always run up to his goal and kick the fucking ball. So I would beat the shit out of him like 15-0, and then he'd be like, I don't want to fucking play this anymore, and I'm like, why not? I'm like, come on, I thought you wanted to. He's like, we'll play if you don't do that, and I'm like, no. And then I would still beat him, like, but it would be not as savage an ass beating.
Mm-hmm.
But like he was like, he's like, you can't do that, and I would still do it like once or twice, and he'd be like, you can't fucking do that.
Yeah, dude, that was the glitch in that game.
It was like,
man, look at that! Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, he was a savage. At free kicks. That was with Real Madrid. Yep. Dude, you could have taken that dude's head off.
I know that dude was like, oh.
Well, could you imagine if he made contact with his head? He'd send him into the
Look at
hospital.
that, dude.
Yeah, I was almost from fucking half field.
There ain't nobody doing free kicks like that anymore.
Oh hell no! And the fact that he's just like, boom. He's like, He's like, just in case you guys weren't sure, I'm
Yep.
kicking it in. Look at that.
Jesus. Looks like it was on a string.
Yep. Did he hit the post before it went in?
Let's see.
I think it did.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah. Could you imagine though if you were on the opposite side and you're like, oh fuck, Roberto Carlos is gonna kick it? I'd be like, I don't even want to be in that line.
What's number one? Look at that thing. It seems like a bullet.
Yeah, dude. That's the one. Yep, against France. That's
Mm-hmm.
the one. Look how far back he goes too.
I know.
He's like, nope, damn it. There we go. That's insane. See, like right there is not that impressive, but
Is
when you
this
look at
view?
it, yeah, he went around the barrier, just boom. Like, yeah, the angle helps him a little bit, but god damn, dude. The
The
goalie
goalie
was
didn't even know what
like,
to do. He's like, how did that come back?
yeah, the goalie was like, is that a boomerang? There's a behind. There you go.
Look at that.
Yep,
It's like, oh.
dude. The goalie's just
that,
like,
that view right there. I was like, wait, whoa. It's like, where did that come from?
the goalie's like, did that go in? That went in, right? Did that go in? Yeah, dude, that's dude,
Man,
one of the best goals in history.
yes. What a good way to end tonight's episode, I think, too.
Uh-huh.
Watching some Roberto Carlos.
Score goals.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on Barcelona?
He was in Barcelona. He was in Real Madrid too, I think.
Let's see.
No, I
Barcelona.
think he was in Real Madrid, not Barcelona.
No, it says right here.
Was he?
Roberto Carlos, number 10, FC Barcelona. Let's see who else he was on. Oh no, sorry, that was Rivaldo. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let me look up Roberto Carlos real quick. Not Roberto Baggio.
There we go. What clubs did
Real Madrid,
Mm-hmm.
Inter Milan.
Here we go. Fenerbahce. Corinthians.
Uno Sawa, Palmeiras, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Fenerbahce, Corinthians, NZ Makahala and the Delhi Dynamos.
Mahahala.
Machakala?
Makachakla.
Mahahakla? Makahakala?
Makakla. Something like that.
Makhakala.
That's where it started.
Yes.
Brazilian club.
Making $3 a year.
$3 a year.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I think those are the goals he scored. Real Madrid 43.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was 11 years. So.
Scored no goals with the Delhi Dynamos. But he's only in 3 appearances.
Yeah. That's still a long career, though.
Roberto Carlos
91
da Silva Roja.
91 to 2016. That's 25 years?
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time to be playing.
Yeah. Well, sure, you gotta look. So 1973, he started his youth career in 1988. So he was 15 to 91 is his youth career. So
Yeah.
he was 18 when he got promoted to the senior team.
Yeah. So it was one of those. You go to school or you play pro.
Yeah. And then he retired in 39 at the age of 39.
Yeah.
And then he came out of retirement for 1 year to play 3 games in India.
The Delhi.
Yeah.
Delhi makes me want a sandwich.
So, I mean, long
Yeah.
fucking career, man.
That is, yeah, 25 years. Most of them do like 15 years, 17 years, 20 years. But,
Let's see.
yeah.
Well, let's see. Ronaldo, his
Shit.
career started. So his youth career. So he was born in '76. So that would be.
Ronaldo, Brazil.
So he was 14 when he started playing his youth career. So he started his senior career. He started when he was 17.
Yeah.
He played in Cruzeiro, then PSV, Barcelona, Inter, Milan, Real Madrid, then the AC Milan, and Corinthians. And he stopped playing in 2011. And he was the youngest member of the Brazilian squad in 1994 at the age of 17.
Like this, the haircut that Emmett won, or Braxton wants. On. I just seen it.
Yeah, I saw it. It's already on here. It's good, dude. We don't need to see it again.
There it is right there.
Yeah. His Brazilian barber got killed by the cartel while he was cutting his hair or something. He's like, oh, fuck it.
Look at that. Look at that. He looks like fucking Beetlejuice. What's 2 plus 2? I don't know. 33. Have you ever seen when they interview Beetlejuice?
No.
Oh my god. They ask him simple questions. They're like, "What color is a carrot?" It's like, I don't know nothing about carrots. The only one he got right was BMW's a car. Like that dude's brain is fried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know why he started popping up in my like shorts. I guess it's because I watched Scary Movie 2
Mhm.
the other day. That's right. I went and watched it. Take my strong hand. Yeah. Dude, but it was weird because I was watching the movie, right?
Mhm.
And then I thought about it. I was like, I don't remember seeing the dinner scene where they like he talks about the turkey and my germs.
Yeah.
So I rewound it and I was like, oh, it is in here. I was like, I thought it was one of those Mandela effect things. I was like, did they take this out of the movie?
No.
But yeah, hey, look right here. It looks like they look when they opened up Shorty's brain. Look at that. He's got 2 teeth, a left and a right. He got them teeth.
He's just got 2 teeth.
2 teeth.
Two
Right
teeth.
here you can tell you got
Oh,
them fixed.
caca. Oh yeah, he had enough money now.
Got those braces. Yeah, but look at that. He's only got left tooth, right tooth. He's got that London look.
You're so mean.
I'm so mean. Oh, he's a billionaire. I'm sure I can't hurt his feelings.
Oh, he doesn't care.
Oh, I know.
He's like, oh, boo hoo hoo.
If you don't care, why do you care? He's like, oh, I don't even know who you are.
Yeah,
he,
he's
he,
like,
he Thanos me. He's
Yeah,
like, I don't even know who you are.
I'll cry myself to sleep, not paying attention. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm sure he got plenty of shit about his teeth from other people.
Oh yeah, of
More
course.
important people.
So another
Probably one of his 3 wives gave him shit about him.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all right. It happens.
it does happen.
Well, here comes another end of an episode.
Yes.
If everybody could follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Instagram. Thank you to the 6,000 views we have on YouTube and 3,800 listens on Spotify so far.
Yes, yes. And like, share, comment.
Yes, yes, we're finally getting subscribers, so it's
Yeah.
even it's starting to get there.
Tell us what you want us to talk about.
Yes.
We can be savage too.
Yeah.
I don't care about hurting people's feelings.
Nope. As long as they're not people that we actually know, because that shit can come back to bite us.
Yes, for sure.
So here you go.
Anyway,
Until next time.
until next time.
Thank you guys, and catch you soon.
Catch you soon.